Oh, fuck me.
What did you do?
It didn't. It wasn't set to my headset. I don't think. Fuck. I don't think. Anyway, let's do the intro again. We're all here, but I'll just go over the guests. We got Jintan back. Lock Fox is here again. Noisy Gamers with us. Rick's Javix, Rowadin, and we got Joseph Barnacle O'Sullivan. Fuck me. All right, that's a good start already.
It's just not going to be the same. Not going to be the
It
same.
can't be. Like the
little
intro
jokes
didn't even
interspersed
play.
in there
Like they didn't get the intro music. They missed the Dropkick Murphys.
Oh,
Is that what was playing?
Really?
Because I was watching that.
I feel like
what's
I
supposed
feel
to be
like we almost
happening
need to
right
like
now?
fucking start over. So like we have that. At the
Should we?
beginning.
Should I play it again?
People, but you play the Dropkick Murphys. Fuck you, Dirk.
Well, you know, what else are we gonna play? You know.
Oh, I had a bunch of Irish
played
stuff
the
I was gonna
British
play. I was gonna play like
national anthem. I think
Drunken
that would be
Sailor
much
and.
appropriate.
Yeah, we could have done the British national anthem, and that would have been acceptable.
The
we could have
Irish
played.
national
We could have
anthem?
played.
I swear to
God,
We
you triggered the
could have
British
played the
national
Northern
anthem.
Ireland national anthem.
You have just triggered the actual Irishman in the channel.
Fucking
Fine,
trigger.
you got to every St. Patrick's Day. You just got to immediately just pretend like all of Ireland is Northern Ireland and just trigger everyone. It's amazing. And then the IRA stabs you in your sleep, but you know.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
there may be repercussions for that one.
Anyways, it is it is St. Patrick's Day, and oddly enough, it falls on Open Comms Friday, so that's a net positive, which is good. And I just want to remind people, we have other fun holidays like this coming up. I believe April 7th. April 7th is the 20th anniversary of Tito's Vodka, so we will be celebrating that as well. It is a Friday.
It is also during FanFest for those of you who will be in Iceland. I will bring Tito's so we all can enjoy it.
There you
Sure.
go. There you go.
Oh, fuck yeah, Ray.
I
But
will be
generally
there.
speaking, if you're listening to this right now, you're probably not going to Iceland because you're probably too cool for that, and you go to Vegas. So, but then again, there may be some of you, who just, whatever, are going. And then May 5th. In some places it's called Cinco de Mayo. In America now it's called May 5th because Trump won't let us call it Cinco de Mayo. But that's also a Friday this year. So
I'm surprised he still lets us drink tequila after all that.
it may go up by 20% or something like that between now and then. We'll see. But yeah,
Only if it's American-made tequila.
That you can't.
does that even exist? Is that a thing?
So,
I'm sure
do
it
you guys
does
know
in
what
Texas
St.
somewhere.
Patrick did? That's the real question.
Yeah, he chased the freaking snakes out of Ireland.
Potatoes.
It is true, there are no.
That's
The
why
snakes out of
everyone's
Ireland.
I
happy about
hope you
St.
all had
Patrick.
potatoes for dinner to be true to
Did
St.
not. I had
Patty's.
pizza.
I did. I had super pretentious Seattle potatoes. They were purple.
St.
I'm
Patrick
triggered
has
just
nothing to
hearing
do
you
with
say
potatoes.
Seattle potatoes.
You fucking hipster piece of shit.
Homegrown,
Oh my god. Farmers
originally
market.
sourced.
Is Matterall?
Ethically
Organic.
Where'd
picked.
Matterall go?
Was it farm to table as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I washed it
Were
down
they
with a big glass
craft
of hemp
potatoes?
Small batch.
milk. Small batch.
Small
yeah,
batch
yeah,
craft
heirloom.
potatoes.
They were heirloom. They were picked by. I met the hippie that picked them. He smelled terrible. It was great.
That's how you know it's good shit.
Oh dear lord.
I'm shaking my head so much right now.
You're shaking your head so much the potatoes are starting to fall off.
Never.
Oh, God.
I never let a potato fall.
I don't know.
Not after last time.
I've seen you throw some potatoes, my man.
Okay, there was alcohol involved that time, right?
All right. Anyways, all right. So this show got off to like a crazy start, which kind of fucking sucks because it's St. Patrick's Day and we should have done better than that. We should have been more prepared. We should have had Drayden not have a headset or something, whatever it
He
was.
does this every time.
Whatever
no,
it was
no.
that jacked it up.
All the sounds have been fine before, but last week
Professionals.
my
Now I'm
old
just getting
headset
angry.
died.
Now I'm just getting
my,
angry in like third hour.
my old headset died.
This is
last
not the
week.
first time people have been like, "Hey, Drayden, no sound."
No, the first couple weeks, but then we got them set, and the sounds are fine after that. For like weeks after that.
I want to thank Matterall early on while I remember this. Matterall redid the nifty little background that he built for us into a St. Patrick's Day theme. We've got the pot of gold there with the Tito's bottle in it. We've got Mr. Leprechaun there sitting in the thimble of the gingerbread man. We got that green background. it's kind of nice. I mean, I'll tell you, man, he can do artwork. It's it's pretty cool. But first things first. We do have some Eve topic that we want to get to, and it's one of the reasons why well, at least 3 of these people are here tonight. Noisy Gamer, Lock Fox, and Roden. Well, Roden's kind of been around a little bit lately, so he's becoming one of them semi-regular people. He'll probably disappear after the CSM election's over, and he doesn't really want to hang it out there anymore. But just saying, it happens.
Hurts,
Where are you
these
going to get your
candidate
dank
people,
leaks from?
He said you get out of here and you're not fucking welcome back.
Anybody running for these things, it's like they show up for like 3 months out of the year, and then all of a sudden it's like poof, gone.
But I think what you actually mean is that just Roden won't be relevant anymore.
Maybe, yeah. If
Probably
he gets
true.
elected, he'll be relevant. Like, I'll ask him back.
Throwing
Like
shade.
it'll change around. It'll change around. It's like if he gets elected, that then I'll be like,
If
oh,
he gets elected,
Roden,
I
can you
don't. I
come on?
expect him to take up my role.
I got you, man. I got you.
But yeah. So we had a I don't know, a bit of a bombshell dropped on Eve this week, related to what they want to do with Plex and Orum and all of that. So just to kind of quick TLDR, the high level part of it, because I'm sure we'll talk about the details of it as we go along. But basically, they are going to be retiring Orum. They are going to be bringing it into a single currency, which as of right now will be known as Plex 2. However, they are going to, at least as of the proposal piece, they are going to be splitting Plex as you know it down into 500 units. Okay, so if you hear us talk tonight about microplex, we're just differentiating between one whole plex and a plex that is 500 parts. But really, plex as you know it going forward will be 1/500th of a current plex. So you would need 500 of them to buy 30 days of game time. This is something that has actually been discussed on numerous occasions over the years. It always seemed kind of silly that they came out with Orum to begin with. Where basically you ended up with in a way 4 currencies that were affecting all of this, right? Real currency on the outside, and I'm not going to get into how many those are. Orum, Plex, and then obviously ISK, because there was this kind of weird, exchange thing going on, kind of across the board. So they're consolidating it down and getting rid of Orum, and we'll just have Plex.
It makes sense.
Yeah, go.
I'm just saying it makes sense because every game you look at out there that has purchasable currency that's real money currency as opposed to in-game currency, they all have 2 systems. Why Eve made 2 real currency systems and then an in-game currency, I have no clue why they even thought that was a good idea to begin with.
Well, okay, so just kind of remember where Plex came from, right? Plex, player license extension. It only had one purpose when it first came out, and that was you bought 30 days worth of game time for it.
They split from the game time codes originally.
Yeah, correct. You had game time codes before, but there was only one use for Plex when it came out, the player license extension, and that was 30 days worth of game time. The other things that they added to that in terms of multiple character training or character resculpting, I think that's it, right?
Multiple pilot training certificates.
Yeah. I mean, you can cover. Those came out of. Didn't those come out of a different way?
I mean, they were added eventually. If we're talking about chronologically, it was added, I think, about the time the next store came around.
Right. Okay. But anything through the next store was related to Orum when they finally came out with that.
30 days for 12 months. Resub.
I think that was. I think they came out with it. If they had put as much thought into it then, I think as they did now, we wouldn't have had 2 currencies.
And remember how long it's been around. That we've gone through the Xbox credit system of $1 was 80 Microsoft points, and coming up through that. And I think Warframe has a similar problem of way more currencies, and half of them are real and half of them are in-game only, and you got to remember that Eve is a very old game at this point, so there have been a lot of trends in microtransactions up to now.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
go Noisy.
And one of the things about extra currencies is that when a game company is worried about RMT, black market kind of stuff, then they will usually go to and add a currency to make it more difficult for the RMTers, like the ISK sellers, to be able to operate and use that to their advantage.
All right, we got some subs. Blast from Hell, thanks for the 6-month resub. Pork Butt donates $3. Says he's disappointed Jay McClain has a woman next to him instead of him. Shirar just donated $5, I think. I missed that. Dirk, you subbed.
Yay.
I did. This is the trick about subbing. I unsub, or I let my subs go away, and then I resub, and it's like a new sub again.
Yeah, and then Shirar
Except
resubbed
it's a
for $5.
resub.
So we got a bunch
But
of
it's not a
stuff.
resub.
It's St.
It says I
Patty's Day.
subscribed.
We haven't done enough drinking yet, so let's just kick it off with shots right off the bat.
Yeah, we should definitely do a shot for the fucked up opening and for St. Patrick's Day. So like if you are actually Irish out there, then I don't know. Here's to you. If you're not, and you're just one of those
I'm
people that wear
Irish.
greens on green on days like today, it's, whatever. You're appropriating somebody else's culture. Just remember that.
Stop
It's the excuse to get
appropriating my
fucked up.
culture.
Were you born in the U.S.?
Who?
Yeah.
Jay McClain, then you're American.
Culture.
Yeah, it's his culture. That culture goes beyond borders, like people without documentation.
Do you even fucking know? God.
We would
still
say you're
get it. It's 'cause
Canadian
you're
culture,
Canadian.
but that's not really a culture.
Your Canadian culture sucks, bro. But see, that doesn't even mean anything. Except for maybe you're too fucking nice.
Anyways, okay, so back to the Plex thing. 'Cause I think there really is a lot here that's going on. Not that we don't have time tonight. We've got plenty of time tonight. So but I do want to talk about this while things are still sober. Because it's kind of a sober subject. I mean, nobody died or anything, but whatever. I don't know. From a high level standpoint, let's get this out of the way. Does everybody like the idea that they are consolidating currencies, getting rid of Orum, and we're just going to be working with Plex now?
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Absolutely.
makes more sense.
Yep.
Makes sense. Yeah.
What do you think about the bringing it to 500? Do you think there's a reason why they chose 500? My initial thing was, wouldn't it have been better if it was either 100 or 1,000? Just because then mentally you can sit there and say,
Or why
well,
not 30?
A
One
1,000
part
might
for
have
each
been-
day.
somebody else has brought that up too. But okay, so yeah, throw that out there. Throw out a different number than 500, or do you think 500 was right because of some reason?
I think 500. Suburban White Boy, thanks for the $3, man. So I think 500, 100 I don't think would be enough. I think they need a little bit more flexibility in values, especially if they're switching Orum. 1,000 might have worked just to make it a little bit simpler on a 10 scale, but I think 500 is fine. Just I like that they're getting rid of the Orum, so that mainly because if you wanted a skin in the shop, you would have to buy a Plex, whether with ISK or actual money, convert it to Orum, get the skin, but now you have leftover Orum that you're like, well, I don't want anything else out of the shop.
that was
so now
infuriating.
You wasted, essentially, money until something else comes out that you want to buy. Now you can just buy exactly how much Plex you want to get that one item, and it's all said and done.
How about the fact that if you don't have over 1,000 Orum left over, you just lose it
No.
once the change happens?
No. See, you're jumping ahead to future topics of argument. So
Get to the program.
It's better, I suppose, to
let's
standardize
take this from a high level on down into the ditch that is we're disenfranchising the poor.
We gotta go so high.
I'm excited about it though.
I know
on
I'm
that
excited
level.
about getting to that part too, but we gotta lead into it though. You know what I mean? Like Otto's
I think it
gotta,
should devolve into that level.
Otto Bismarck has got to have
really
the
bad.
saliva just generating in his mouth as we go along until we finally get there and he can sink his incisors in.
He has an article about it. I'll link it in.
I know.
Tuesday.
Now you're jumping
No
the
way.
freaking gun too. It's like gun jumper.
Dirk, we
Man.
need to get to the good topics. Nobody cares about
The
one.
Orum
No,
affair.
they do.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
skipped 20 minutes of
500.
show. This is great.
But do you think there was a reason why they chose 500?
I don't know, but I better be able to buy something with one Plex.
I think
Has
it's, I
it
think
perhaps-
it's because they went ahead and wanted something that was divisible by 3,500, and so 500.
So you think they came up with the 7 for Orum first?
Yeah, I think it's something to do with the fact they wanted it to divide it evenly into Orum as well, because that already exists.
Well,
And
then
they
the,
needed
and
they
then the other
needed
half
to
of that is
convert.
that
I don't
no,
know.
no, no, but the other half of
needed
that
to
is that
convert
if you had gone
efficiently into
to
Orum.
1,000, if you had gone to 1,000, right? All it would have
Yeah,
been
but how
was
do you convert
14 for every Orum.
Yeah, but how do you convert 1,000 into 3,500 Orum? They didn't want to have a weird exchange rate between Orum and Plex when they change over the system. They wanted it like super simple, I think.
and 500 is an easy enough number to divide by. It's not crazy magic. And I think that if you got it down to 1,000, you start talking about the microplex costing, a cup.
Well, then
a
it would be
million
like
a piece.
1.2 million if it's 2.4 million for one now, right? I mean,
It'd be 100K a piece.
or something.
Yeah, and the other thing is that if you have 500 as your standard, then you could have smaller packages of 100 and 250, and then you could like have a little bit higher cost for that, and then you have your reduction in cost as you get to 500, and then a bigger reduction when you get to 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I thought of things like 100 and 1,000, right, is because then when you look at one Plex, and if it's, I don't know, if it's 180 million, right, you can sit there and say, whoa, well that equates out to 1.8 billion, right? I mean, you would have a mental thing back to what Plex used to be versus now what it is. If you have numbers, when you start getting into 500, now I got to like do that math that has the 5 at the beginning of it, and not just add zeros.
Well,
so someone's calling for shots. Go on,
actually,
someone's calling for shots.
Whiskey.
Yeah, actually, what happens is I think CCP is always considered 2plex to be the standard because they always would sell 60-day time codes and they were always selling 2. So 2plex equals 1,000 Orum. I think that's what they're actually basing it on.
Well, you're saying that's how they got to this, splitting a Plex down into 500?
Yep, because their standard of sale is 2plex, and so 2plex is 1,000, and then yeah.
Oh, well, you know what, Noisy? That is a good point. Well, except it still doesn't kind of solve my like I would like 3 zeros kind of a thing, but But maybe that's the thing. Yeah. Instead of it being 2,000, instead of it being 2,000 Plex.
I thought they were saying that one Plex was 3,500 Orum.
No. That is part. The 3,500 comes from the Orum to Plex conversion.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. So all right, somebody wanted to play. Somebody wanted to Plex. Somebody wanted shots or whatever.
Shots,
Yeah,
yes.
Fine. Fuck it. So, did somebody just call it? Like some
Yeah!
rando just
I
freaking
just
called
did
it?
one.
No, it's not a rando. It's White Light Night.
Yeah,
He
White
watches
Light
No,
the show a lot.
but I mean, it's like we, okay,
He didn't just
it
call
just
it,
can't be
yelled
like,
it. I
oh,
think
if
he was
anybody
like,
from the channel calls it.
"Shots!"
Yeah, he was like yelling it.
Yeah, like dinner shot.
He was yelling it. All right. What else do we have that's kind of high level regarding this Plex thing?
The vault.
The vault.
Is the Plex vault?
Actually, you know what?
Vault 7?
Actually, the vault thing I think actually comes after the other thing. So, in the conversion of Orum, right? If you've got Orum that's sitting out there, they are going to be converting it into Plex bits or microplex or picoplex or whatever we want to. No, it's microplex. We're sticking with microplex tonight. That's fine.
Thought they're plows or whatever.
And then in the future,
Pleuros.
it's just going to be called Plex again. But they're going to be converting it over. Right now, 3,500 Orum equals 1 Plex. All right. So basically, they are going to be converting over at what is it? One is it 1 Orum equals 7 Plex? No,
It's 7 Orum equals 1.
7 Orum equals 1 microplex. So if you have, for all the Orum that you have, divide by 7, and there you go. That's how many Plex you'll end up with. However, they have put out there this thing that anything under 1,000 is the break point. Anything under 1,000, they're not going to convert. They're just not going to do it.
Which I don't understand that. Why wouldn't they say anything under 7 we won't convert?
The reason why
Like literally, it's
The-
like
the
you got
lowest common
77
denominator, they're
Orum,
drawing a
you
line.
Get you get 11 Plex. There you go.
Yeah,
Enjoy your
yeah.
11 Plex.
They're drawing a line.
Yeah,
Now, the
I don't know why
reason
they were
why
drawing
they
that
give
line.
out there, the reason why they give out there, and you know what? Let me read the exact
Laziness?
reason. No. Why are you only converting Orum balances above 1,000? And actually, you know what? This kind of scares me for a moment here. Maybe they don't mean that if you have 1,000. Maybe they mean if you have 1,001, because it says above 1,000. But a large portion of the total Orum stockpile is in balances left over from past giveaways, and by not converting those small balances, we mitigate risk of oversupply in the Plex market. Now, for all of you out there who think that, oh man, you know what? CCPs, you know, they're watching out for the market, and they don't.
Seems like a cop out.
They don't want to disrupt the market too much. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, there is a long tail, a huge long tail that you can't see over the freaking horizon of people who have Orum balances below 1,000. Okay, it's still even if it does disrupt the Plex market because of this, it will be temporary. It will be a blip in the long-term type of thing, and it will work itself right out.
Well, so
There's
The
also
remember,
problem is
something
that
we
the amount of Plex that is actually used in the game is relatively little compared to the actual trade volume of Plex overall.
Yep.
What you'd see the Plex float in the EVE economy massively increase for a relatively long period of time. You're making the assumption that everyone who buys Plex just uses them, and that's by far not the case.
Somebody has a question out there real quick.
I think they
and
want
it's a
to
legitimate
stop
question.
people.
It's a legitimate question. Fallon Alfar says, well, does Jintan know the answer about why only 1,000, why this 1,000 line in the sand was? And
They told us though. They said it would disrupt the market.
Well,
I understand that they
is
told
their
us that it
private-
will disrupt the market, but
So
the
my
reason
13
for it
pieces
being
of Plex
1,000
bits is
wasn't
going to
given.
destroy
I
the
think
market.
It was just chosen as a kind of nice number. I mean, we brought up the not myself personally. It was Bobmon who brought it up. He brought up specifically that you can buy 900 Orum for $5 or something.
so if you give CCP money to get some of your money back, then it's okay. Did anybody
No,
in that?
that's
Did
not what I'm
anybody?
saying. What I'm saying
yes,
is
that is
if you
exactly
bought-
what you're saying.
No, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
That's
that we
what you
thought
just
it was. We
said.
thought it was
If you
an odd
pay
number.
$4.99 to top your shit up
Dirk,
above 1,000,
Dirk,
you're
let him
good.
talk.
Don't you motherfucker! Shut the fuck up for once in your fucking life! I'm trying to explain myself. All right, thanks.
Man, you got a shitty
Trigger.
mic, man.
Jesus
You can't even
fucking
yell
levels,
into that.
man.
You should get a fucking
I know.
blue Yeti, man, so you can
Get a
yell
real
into it
Fucking
clearly.
amateurs, dude. Fucking
All right.
amateurs.
We said that we thought it was an odd number because the smallest amount of Plex you can buy is under 1,000. You can buy under enough. You can buy 900 Orum. That's wrong. That is not acceptable.
Did any of you
shouldn't-
say, if you're making this change and people out there own Orum, you should be converting it because their Orum apparently has a value. Why are you drawing the line at a certain value amount?
Yeah, that was.
Why are
some-
you
we had
disenfranchising the
discussions
Orum
with
poor?
this. We had discussions with CCP about this at the summit, but they hadn't decided what they wanted to go for a way forward, and they hadn't even decided on the final way that they were going to take this. They simply told us that we're going to be phasing out Orum, and changing it to a Plex-based model. They had no idea of the subjects it was going to be, and they gave us a completely different number for how many Plex were going to be split into.
The thing I was gonna say about the reason about people having previous Orum from past giveaways and it disrupting the market. The thing is I've been playing this game for almost 4 years, and I have 0 Orum because I've never gotten any Orum giveaways. And so all that Orum giveaways, you're making the change with the market in
Did
mind.
you just assume my
assuming that
Orum?
all these people are 5+ years old in the game. Now a lot
Does
of
Orum
them
have
will
a
be, but there's
gender?
a lot of new players that have bought Orum.
We
can
no
under
longer
1,000,
assume
and they're just getting
Drayden's
shafted.
Orum bias.
Orum lives matter, Dirk.
Dude,
I
when
think
you look between your
CCP
legs, you've got no Orum.
I've got
This
no Orum.
specifically triggers me because I have 940 Orum or some bullshit number. I'm
Skill
right
up,
on the
bro.
cusp. And I'm not gonna give CCP another $5 so that I don't get hit the cutoff
and
line.
there-
It's
and
bullshit.
There
Just
are
spend
ways
this,
around
buy a
this.
Plex, convert to Orum. Now you have over 1,000. You'll get all of that back in Orum.
Okay, you guys want to
There's
hear
that
my
way.
strategy?
But I shouldn't have
So-
to do that. You know what I mean?
So CCP is releasing the IGC, Caracal, Drake, and Cormorant skins. So you all should just buy Orum, buy those skins. Don't have to worry about leftover Orum. Easiest thing in the world.
That is definitely one way.
Spend
Okay?
money
and
so
we all,
you don't get your money back.
Those skins
Perfect.
are beautiful, okay?
There
Those are really nice skins.
there are multiple methods by which you can go do this. I would not suggest anything to where you lay out actual real life money in order to get yourself above the threshold. That is just dumb because you're spending like $4.99 to buy enough Orum so that your 37 cents worth of ISK can grow. Just don't do that. All right, that's just dumb. That's why poor people stay poor. All right, but you can do something like you can take a Plex and you can reverse redeem it and get your Orum that way. You can not worry about your 300 Orum. You could spend your 300 Orum on a frigate skin, okay, or some other thing that you can afford within the next store. And I have a question. They are going to have sales on some of this stuff to be able to bring it down.
Just so if everybody was to go out and buy a Plex, right, and then like redeem it into the system and turn it into Orum, and now what CCP is trying to avoid is all these little mini bits that are left over coming in. Now that all comes in, doesn't that create the same problem?
Well, look, it's that Plex ends up being a wealth store, and yeah, we'll see a whole bunch of it probably come on day one, and there's overall downward pressure in the markets for reasons that I don't really want to spend 20 minutes going into. But like,
what are you here for then? We brought economic
Jesus Christ,
guys
man,
on
you
here.
don't want to let.
I don't understand. Give it to us.
Then go tune into Eve Prosper. We put up the nice edited show. I have like a 10-minute rant on there about the future of Plex. Go tune in there. YouTube.com/Eve Prosper. It's that. Okay, a whole bunch of this stuff will end up getting created, and we may see this big long tail like you expect. There's two things to keep in mind. One is that CCP wants to negate as much of this as possible because every Plex, every Orum, every one of those credits is pain on their balance sheet. It means that it's not redeemed yet. It's basically outstanding.
I don't think
credit.
Orum works the same way Plex does in that regard, but go ahead.
So, and then the other thing is that so you're going to end up with a whole bunch of onesie-twosie guys with just buttloads of these things, right? And I just can't really even get that annoyed about it because if you show up with, let's say 100 mini Plex once this whole thing goes through, and that's sort of let's call that the median just for gets and shiggles, then either you're going to come in and try to get your couple 100 million ISK out of that, or you're going to stock it away and forget that it's totally there, the way that all the special edition assets ends up being for all of the holidays and whatnot. So, I mean, we're going to see an increase in supply, but to be honest, right now where we're sitting, what I'm looking at, I'm seeing a shortage in supply. So cranking up, getting a little more Plex out of the woodwork would not hurt my feelings because we're a little bit tight, but everything will wash out. I'm really not that worried about excess supply going completely nuts because it comes down to
wait, you
what
mean
do you
the
need
sky
cash?
isn't falling?
Okay, fine. The sky is falling. Everything's ruined forever. If you want to keep it safe, contract your mini Plex to Lockfox, and I will keep hold of them in our special Plex vault.
Did you say gits and shiggles?
Sure he did.
I think there's something more seedy going on with this.
Oh, is it falling afar? Anyways, whatever.
Oh, Blast him to Hell donated $3. Says, "Take my Orum,
It's
bitches."
It's also worth noting that one of the biggest problems that I have is how this affects people who aren't currently playing the game, but have an Orum balance.
What?
We're all...
And what? The CCP came out with this thing called freaking Alpha States that made every goddamn dead character out there that didn't pay a subscription live again. So you know what? When you want to resurrect fucking Lazarus, this is part of the goddamn deal.
Why? What happened to Laz?
That's more of a reference.
Actually, I don't think that Lazarus has been resurrected, but
we miss you, Laz.
But
We all missed last house.
getting back to the kind of principle of it. Hold on, what did Otto say here? Laugh out loud. There are so many points that are missing. Okay, let's get back to the principle here. But like I know I know that there are methods by which you can top your shit up. Okay, I know that there's all these other things out there that you could do with what little bit of remaining Orum you have. Is it okay for CCP to draw a line at 1,000 Orum and say, you know what, we're not doing anything with that underneath, underneath this line?
Absolutely.
I think
Why?
they absolutely
Why?
allowed to.
What is kind of the rational reason why that's okay, as opposed to, you know what, just run your damn script out, just like it was anything else that you were converting in this game back in the day, whether it be blueprints that you were refunding from freaking, all kinds of stuff in the game or whatever. Why is it okay to say everybody below here? Nope, not you.
Okay, so what happens?
Because they own the game.
Yeah. So what happens is right now, the only way that you can turn Orum into ISK by purchasing an RMT token like a Plex. Well, you can't purchase Plex with Orum, but you can purchase skill extractors and then sell them on the market and get ISK. Right now, the minimum amount of Orum that you have to buy a RMT token is 1,000 Orum. So right now, if you don't have 1,000 Orum, you can't buy an RMT token. So then after the change, if you still don't have 1,000 Orum, you can't buy an RMT. You won't receive an RMT token.
Lazarus Tell Raven donates $3. I'm logging in now, guys. I don't want CCP to use my tiny bits of Plex.
And like I'm willing to give a little credence to the 1,000 number being a little bit bullshit, especially after hearing that you can buy a 900 pack. And I have a lot of sympathy for people who have bought in actual dollars and they're not just giveaway points, but I don't think CCP has the accounting available to be able to unspin what's a free RM and what's a paid RM. So
I think that's the core issue.
They should use all
down.
They should use all these stolen Plex bits after this patch and give them away at the next Alliance tournament.
So I'm more than happy to see the bar move down to maybe the 300 level. I don't have the data to say otherwise, and I'd be, if I were on CSM, I'd be up in Quant's Grill to really map out exactly what that long tail looks like, and challenge if we're really seeing what the percentile they're cutting at is, because I think that's really what the fairest thing is to say, well, let's cut off that bottom 5 percentile or 8 percentile or 7.5 percentile. But if you get above 10, 15th percentile, then I'd start to get a little bit annoyed about that particular cut.
Well,
I think it really comes down.
Why does any line matter, though? I mean,
Oh my God! Because have you done engineering or finance?
The euro, and they said if you don't have anything more than a 100 drachma note, we're not converting it to a euro.
Because you got to cut these long. Like you haven't.
Why?
Well, one, they have
Isn't
the
it just
excuse to cut the
Isn't
long
it just
table.
computery stuff?
Sure, but you have the chance to cut liabilities and write them off your sheet. Like,
so you're claiming it's a CCP money grab?
Well, I think that there's a pencil pusher up there that says, hey buddy, let's we could eliminate 5% of our outstanding debt off of all these debt accounts that are never coming back, the same way that we can account when RMT Plex gets banned or when Plex gets exploded. The same idea. They get to write the same black ink in the ledgers. So, I mean, they're a company at the end of the fucking day, right?
Did you know that if CCP does this, that 20 million Americans will die because of it?
Wait, really?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Apparently that's Sherrard telling us that if Trump care does this, it'll remove Plex bits for 20 million people. Sorry.
I just have my tinfoil hat on when it comes to this, because I think they just don't want to turn the free Orum that they give us for nothing into free game time. They give us the free Orum to give us like a few little skins here and there, and they don't want to just turn that into 10,000 months of game time or whatever it turns out to be. Because that impacts the revenue stream overall.
You mean like the 3.3 billion ISK I estimate I'm going to make because I've never found anything in the next store worth buying, so I've got like all this free.
I have
Orum
never.
But do you
tickets.
think there's a
I have
think there's a
never
higher
shared
percentage
a
of
single
people
Orum in
that are
this
sitting
game.
on gifted Orum, or do you think there's a higher percentage of people that have leftover from purchasing?
Yeah,
Orum?
no, leftover and gifted. But the fact is that let's say I have some gifted Orum because I've never actually bought any Orum, but they've gifted enough Orum to, so many people that even if everybody only had 100 Orum and that gets turned into like whatever, a couple of mini plexes, the problem is I think they're concerned that that little tiny gifts adds up to just quite a big bucket of mini plexes.
Yeah,
that,
got
let's
it.
say,
Like every
yeah,
drop in the
that's
bucket
what-
eventually adds up.
correct
Got
me
it.
if I'm
But
wrong.
Did they just-
I think
they
there's
don't
probably
want, like,
less
a million
people out
plexes.
there that are sitting on that gifted Orum as there is compared to people that have paid money. And
Leftovers,
got Orum.
yeah.
Correct
You guys
me,
are also
correct me if I'm
forgetting
wrong.
about the
300,
amount that
300
was given.
Orum equates out to, what is it, like 100 million ISK?
It's $1.50.
I don't care about if it's $1.50 or whether or not BTAC-R cost $350,000 worth of like fake
you
money
care.
that nobody paid. Okay, in the game, 300 Orum equates out to in the future something like 100 million ISK or something like that. Isn't it? I believe that's what it is, right?
Should be.
Probably.
And if
Shouldn't
that's
they
the
know
case,
how much
that's the
they've
case. I
gifted
mean,
over
look, there's a
time?
lot of players out there that were sitting on 300 gifted Orum. Okay, who would those particular players? The little guy. Let's talk. Care for the little guy.
Who's there for the little
Care
guy?
for the casual guy. Okay.
Wait. Can I bring something up? So what does
No.
it matter if people get 300 free
No.
Orum or not? Because like when CCP has a fuck up with a patch and the server goes down for like 2 hours and like everyone cries about it, so they give people free SP. They give it to everyone. So what is it? And SP now can be converted to ISK based on skill extractors, whatever. So why does it matter if people get 100 million ISK?
The
free or
SP is
not?
different because that's game time that would have been happening anyway. So they're not really giving you
Does
free
it-
SP.
no,
They're
doesn't it
just
go to- doesn't it
keeping
go
you
to
back
everyone?
on track.
But
Yeah,
doesn't it go to everyone? Dirk, we can't hear you.
I think he's just mimicking
I
you.
mean, like to give you an
He's
example
assing me.
of how much free
probably is, right?
free
But that's
Orum
just
is
them-
out there. If you were around during the Incarna riots, don't forget they gave you 5,500 Orum for that.
Well,
No, they didn't.
No, they did not. Shut the hell up, because
Yeah, that's
apparently
the
you
amount-
were
that's the
not around
maximum
for the
amount.
Jedi
That's how
riots,
much-
because
that's-
that is not
That's
true.
how much they gave, but they gave that
Remember
amount
the
before
cheetah
the riots.
riots,
That's
man.
maybe that's the
cheetah
total.
riots.
Maybe the total
Holy
they gave
shit,
out.
are you
Not
literally
every
on the
single person
CSM?
got that.
You weren't there, man. The cheetah
Yeah,
riots.
that is-
Shit was
that is-
burning.
This is like my daughter telling me, man, back in the 70s, shit was bad.
No, that's
Back
how
in
much.
Nam,
that,
bro.
no, that is
Back
how
in the
much.
nom, man.
Shit was bad in the 70s, Dirk.
No, it
Everything
was.
was
It was. But
burning.
if my daughter tells me that, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
The 70s were bad because I wasn't alive then. True fact.
There was no internet. The hell?
I don't think you were alive during the Jedi riots either. I
think
mean,
it was better off
that
without the
shit is
fucking
not how it
internet.
went down. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I have never bought one Orum in this game. I was there from the time it came in, and my accounts were subbed at the time, and all that kind of stuff. Okay,
How much
and I
Orum
have
do you
got
have?
anywhere from between 5,500 Orum and 5,900 Orum across.
Oh,
7
look
of my
at you,
8
Dirk.
accounts.
You don't even
Yeah, that's what I
have to
said.
buy Orum.
I said 5,500.
I don't. Well,
You
except for
probably
the guy-
shouldn't say that
except for the
because
guy
that
that
has
has 300. Except for the guy
That's
that has
free
300
game
Orum. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
just top
Jin, you
him
said
up.
it was.
time.
You said it was.
I wouldn't
in
say
reserve-
that.
or not. You said
I've
it was
got
in
game
about
time, Dirk.
9 point something
Guys,
billion.
I don't
worth
even
of Orum
fucking
that's
buy
coming in.
Orum, okay? I don't even buy
Which I'm going to
Orum.
give away.
It just comes
Which
to
I'm going
me.
to give
It
away.
just
I'm going
comes
to give
to
away.
me.
When I cash in my Orum stuff, I'm giving
I'm
it
too
away.
fucking
people.
cool
I just
for
want you to know
Orum.
that.
I'm too
Alright.
good for buying it.
Fuck buying it, you
Fuck
fucking
buying
plebs.
it. That's right. You
I'm
microtransactioning
so
motherfuckers that
fucking
want
cool.
skins on little tiny ships that nobody can see your skin except for you, just like your.
Yo, everyone knows
It's like
the
force
skin
triggered.
color.
I'm a nerd.
Fuck you.
It's like getting a
Fucking
tattoo in your
trigger.
dick.
Now I mentioned earlier, like, what about this? I mean, it seems like if you have the ISK to spare, if you know that you've got like 600 or 800 Orum, you're like, I'm gonna get shafted on this. Couldn't you just buy a Plex now, transfer it, change it into Orum, wait till the change happens, you get all of the Orum, including your extra 800 reimbursed as Plex, and then resell
Yes,
the Plex.
and you
Like,
do,
so-
and you do all that effort. Let's say for a moment,
All that effort.
Let's
You're
just say,
Plex and converting it.
let's just say for a moment, for one moment, okay, that you have 300 Orum, and let's say that 300 Orum is technically worth about 99 or 100 million ISK, right? You have
That's
to,
your money.
You have to log in You have to go in and you've got to buy a Plex, okay? 1.2 billion or 1.1 billion or what the hell it is right now, okay? You need to reverse redeem and then you need to convert to Orum, right? That effort so that you can basically score a 99 or 100 million ISK hit.
You're literally talking about like a dozen clicks right now. Like,
I know.
Yeah, like
if
that's
too
much
efficiency,
effort,
though. This is a game of efficiency.
I know,
What's
but
100 million ISK worth to me?
I'd do it.
It's not worth that.
But
coming from the guy that has 5,400 Orum for nothing.
The thing
I've got like
29,000
or is that
because that seems really simple. But the thing is, like, if everyone
because that's how much they gave away for free over all this time.
Dirk, you
I've
gotta buy
accrued
me
this
some
free.
ship-
It's all
Dirk,
my
buy me
shit is
ship
free.
skins. I just want some shipskins. Buy me shipskins.
I'll give you some
Don't
skin, baby.
buy or anything.
Hold on, I
You're
was
not
gonna
a
ask
new
Lockbox,
bro.
so, like, with that whole system, that sounds really simple, like a process. But obviously, if a bunch of people are doing that, that's going to cause a higher demand on the Plex market, and then everyone want to dump their Plex afterwards is going to cause a drop. So you could lose. Like, what would like? What's the actual?
There's no way around
like,
it. I brought it up earlier. If everybody like buys a Plex and then redeems it into Orum, and
You're
that
gonna buy
whole
it high
tail
and
of
sell
Orum
it
comes
low,
in
basically.
anyway. Exactly. Like it's gonna be the same thing.
And then what happens is you watch Eve Prosper on a Thursday night, and you'll see Lockbox saying buy, buy, buy.
That's right.
33,600 ISK across 7 accounts, and that right there, all free. Never bought one goddamn piece of that shit that buys skins that on ships that people can't see. 33,600, all free. That was given out. There was a bunch of it that was given out at the beginning, not because of the jitter riots, but because when they were introducing Orum, they had some, they had some little things going on. If this level of activity happens, then everybody in the game gets this much. If this level of activity happens, then everybody in the game gets some more. And then over the years, there's a little bit here, a little bit there. The most recent one was during
Christmas last year.
Post alpha thing. Ascension expansion, where everybody I think who was subscribed and an alpha got 300.
Are we still talking about Orum?
We are still talking about Orum.
I'm pretty sure this
Is
is
it still still high level, right?
No,
High level?
it's not high level.
No, it's not high
Orum.
level now.
I thought we were keeping it high level.
No,
No.
we
I
gave
was
up
trying
on
to cover
that.
high level before we got into
We have a new
down here in the
guest.
ditch.
But it went
What's
to
up,
the
Otto?
ditch like
Bismarck?
seconds after.
I say we take 500 mini shots for each of this.
Done.
Oh, so you're gonna
How's
break
the
up
mini
your
shot?
one shot into 500 sub shots.
How many mini shots does a pint of Guinness count for?
What if I have less than 900 shots? Do I have to?
Then you don't have to drink.
Then you
You
don't
might
get
as well
any
just
fucking
you
shot.
might
Then
as
you
well
have to
just
pour
have
it
those
onto
in
the
the garbage.
floor.
Pour
You have
your
to pour it
shot
onto the
into the
floor.
drink.
You're burdened into sobriety.
Yeah.
I have Guinness and whiskey, so I'm happy.
Oh shit!
If
How
only
did,
we could
how did
tax
Blast
people
him?
sober.
Does he have some sort of command authority? How the fuck's Blast him got it? Whatever. Oh, fuck it. Somebody called shots. Whatever. Do it.
It works for Blast him. I'm a freaking
Yeah. How the
channel
fuck? Yeah.
moderator.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
for me.
Nah.
Pirate Cat, everybody.
Maybe it's because he's got the 6 month
Otto,
subscriber tag.
Otto, tell us what you think, bro. Tell us what you think about how we're disenfranchising the Orum poor.
Oh shit! I don't know if disenfranchising is the word I use. Like I tried. The first time I wrote my article, I was pretty ragey. But then I rewrote it because I was pretty ragey, and it sort of came off a lot better. But here's the thing, right? It's what is super shit. I think by CCP is that they've decided over the years to go right. We're gonna give everyone some Orum so they can spend it on whatever the fuck they want. If they want to save it, so then eventually they can buy a billion skin or whatever, that's cool. If they want to blow it on shitty frigate skins, then they can blow it on shitty frigate skins. But here's the thing: is that if everyone, or if you work backwards, so last month there was 103 trillion in ISK faucets. To account for 1% of that month's ISK faucets would require over 1 million accounts have 300 Orum. Now think about what an amazing game we would have if 1 million people had 300 Orum.
Yeah, but the Orum that was given out, that's not an ISK faucet. That's just a neutral thing.
Well, it is. It has to be an ISK faucet now.
No, it's neutral. It's very slightly negative because the only way to actually get any money out of it means that you have to spend money on fees and taxes.
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
forgot.
but it's still like it's sort of like I don't want to
It
say
doesn't.
like
Plex does not generate a single ISK.
Yeah,
There's
yep,
nothing
no,
about a
no, I
Plex that
agree.
makes ISK.
Plex doesn't make ISK. Asteroids don't make ISK. Drone alloys back in the day didn't make ISK.
Only
I mean,
rats.
however,
only,
you can
only
convert
if
that.
the
You
game
can
is
trade
paying
them
you.
for ISK, right? But that just sops up somebody else's ISK that's out there and transfers it to you.
Yeah. Anyway, like what I'm trying to say is that if we had 1 million people playing this game, then no one would give a shit about 300 Orum. Like we'd all be too busy shooting each other in the face. So I don't know. Like
why right now are we worried about the people who live in the Orum ghettos? Right? Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Well, like here's the other thing is that like you can't. What I think is pretty shit is that like CCP is essentially saying that if you're in Orum Ghetto, we don't give a fuck about you, and we don't give a fuck about how you got that Orum. So if you are sitting if you have 900 Orum, right? CCP are like you're too poor to care about. So you have to then go essentially pay real money, and like this is something that we talked about is pay real money to get above that line, to be rich enough and to be important enough to for CCP to give a fuck about you.
The best thing about this, though, is that like the people who have less than 900 were never going to use it anyway. The vast majority of them, and they're bitching about not getting ISK for something they were never going to use to begin with.
I know, right? It's hilarious.
And
but,
that's why when they sit there and they talk about this idea of this really long tail, and they didn't say that, those are my words. This really long tail of people of accounts that have either 1,000 or just less than 1,000, Orum out there. It's like, look. A lot of these people are asleep at the wheel. They don't even know any of this shit is going on. Like right now, probably 90% of the game doesn't know this shit is going on. And one day they'll wake up and go, "God damn, I got 500 Plex. Holy shit, I'm a motherfucking rich man."
$1 billion a piece.
Okay, yeah. Like you're gonna have people that wake up one day and come into the game and go, "Let me check my ISK. Oh shit, look at all this Plex. Like, what's in this vault that we haven't gotten to yet? We're not getting to the vault yet." All right. That is the way this game works, right? But then you've also got a bunch of people out there where it doesn't mean a goddamn thing because they ain't never coming back. It might be on their, on their account, but it's not going to affect the market. That's why I think that their entire excuse about, "Hey guys, we're just trying to protect the market," is bullshit. The market will work itself out, just like it does with any other change in this game. It will work itself out. This will be a short-term blip on things, and then it will move on, and it will find a new equilibrium. Just be like, okay, this is just the fucking new norm.
Wasn't that always been the point about Plex? Is like here's CCP coming along, essentially trying to protect the Plex price and trying to manipulate. Oh, I don't want to say manipulate, but control the Plex price. Isn't the idea behind Plex is that it's always been controlled by the players?
Plex, ever since EO left,
Yep.
CCP hasn't really given a shit about intervening, and to be honest, the only time that they...
That's what they're doing right now. They're literally saying...
No, hold on.
Oh my god, would you let me finish?
There are two different types of intervention. One is an intentional intervention, and the other one is we're messing with something else that may have an effect on this thing over here.
And the effect that they're going to have is that we're going to have a summer of very cheap Plex. Like, if no matter where you put that line, it just matters. It's only going to tell you how low we go. And instead, now that we'll have a smaller token to play with at a smaller price point, we're going to be able to boil frogs and get at a much higher Omega price once it comes down to it. So
what if they converted every Omega's Orum down to like 7 Orum, but Alphas it was cut off at 301.
It seems like so little ISK. Okay, so sub 300.
Oh, yeah,
I'd like it to be
that's a
300.
thing. Did Alphas get that present?
No.
I thought Alphas when they signed up
They
did get
I
that.
thought if they logged in, they got the 300 Orum.
That 300 Orum was handed out right before they started with the alphas.
I thought that was part of the winter gift thingy.
Yeah, it was Christmas.
In December.
Yeah, I thought it was Christmassy. Yeah.
So November would have had Ascension because both of my alphas have 300 Orum.
Yeah,
So
I think they gave it. I think they gave it out the week before Ascension, didn't they?
No, everyone who logged in on December the 19th at any point from midnight to midnight has now received 300 free Orum.
Shit.
Oh, well,
the gift was
Fallen
given to
Afar is
all
saying no, it was only
accounts.
Omega, but
No, well, here you go. It says the gift of Orum was delivered to all eligible accounts, including alpha accounts, during the server downtime on the 20th. So,
well, there you go. There you go. See, we gave it to the underclass as well. So,
Do you want the underclass to have an supply of potentially infinite?
I don't think we should have an underclass. I think that, you know what, everybody should be treated equally the way that they are in real life.
No.
Just saying.
Universal basic income.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe you know what? Maybe this is the first step towards universal basic income. We treat everybody equally. No. Maybe what it should be is, hey, you know, guess what? If you're a goddamn subscriber, you get your stuff redeemed down to 0. And you know, if you're not, I guess you should have spent it on that frigate skin we meant for you to buy for your Corvette. Because that was, I mean, that's what that kind of was what that
Corvette
was at the time, right?
That was what that was at the time. Different ship types.
The Corvette is the noob ship. That's what they.
Yeah, I know. I know. I didn't call it a noob ship intentionally. I called it a Corvette because I'm modern with the times.
You're a noob ship.
I'm just hoping they make fucking T2 Corvettes. How fucking rad would that be?
Totally rad, CSM guy. Was that on your platform?
No.
Fucking platform.
The only platforms I have are heels, mate.
So in a way, I'm
So we are-
naturally
so
assume
we are going
that
to
nobody
get
on the
new
CSM
shoes?
defended the little Orum guy out there in this, basically because you guys are all nullsec. But nobody defended the little Orum guy.
It's CCP's philosophy.
Fuck the proletariat.
You fuck the players before they fuck you. It's CCP right there.
No, like at the end of the day, we knew.
Just
about,
like you didn't have anything to say about, you know, getting rid of regional data.
To be fair, with regards to that, I'm like, fuck you. You know, there was a genuine reason behind that. Go fuck yourselves.
Well, for you, it was a genuine reason because you were asleep on the couch in the fucking room next door.
Hey, no, was I around? I can't remember.
I think you were asleep on the. I think you were asleep on the. Zel Thorek, my man.
No,
was that the
I
first jerk
wasn't waiting
stutter
for
of the
that.
evening? Are we approaching maximum overdirk?
No. I just looked at my man Zel there talking in the channel. It made me think of Angela Merkel, who was here today meeting with our president.
Oh no, a boy in the chat.
At the end of the day, you guys have to understand that we only found out about the whole redeeming thing about a week ago. We knew that the change was happening and kind of like the general form it was going to take. But we learned about the details about a week before everyone else. And
So we're going to talk about the leak then next?
Yeah. Do you think that's how the leak actually happened? Do you think that's how I Want Is bought all of those Plex off of Bobmon's recommendation?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. We're all scum. And just for that, I'm going to take a shot.
Lockfox did produce a graph that does show that there was abnormal activity within, what was it, 72 hours of this announcement, Lock?
Yeah, I mean, it ended up being...
Shot for abnormal activity.
Ended up being something like the last 36 hours before it came out, things took a nosedive. It really depends on how much tinfoil you really want in your diet. It can be explained either way. I just thought it was a wonderfully sensational graph.
Jeez, it sounds like you talked about it more last night on your show.
Yeah, except I screwed up where the line goes on the thing. Well, because it ended up being that I talked with Rivra on the Prosper Discord and I think her explanation is actually a little bit better because so if there was a leak, then I really don't believe the CSM could have done it because I expect the CSM to understand the what, but I don't expect them to get that sort of resolution on the when. And the timetable for a potential leak means that the dev blog was already in the publication queue before anybody acted on it. And
were you noticing anything weird about Plex prices in the last, let's say, 3 weeks?
3 weeks I think
no.
that,
I thought you like were predicting it to go one way and it didn't, or
well, so I think according to the monthly economic numbers that we should be lowering the price of Plex. That should be the expected outcome, but we can't go down as long as supplies are as thin as they are, and we've been slowly eking out supply without backfilling it for several weeks. And so being at the sub 500 orders on my charts says that the price should go up. So that the last 3 weeks rise is working as intended. Just because I believe a thing from the monthly economic numbers is just me trying to be cooler than I actually am. And
it's true. It's true. You like to look cooler than you actually are.
I mean, I'm trying to,
You like
to
to
be that
sound
oracle.
cooler than you actually look. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's trying to be cool. Come on.
And so like I expect a thing. I think that we are in a place where more cash is being demanded than is being generated, and that should be dumping the price of Plex. But on the flip side, there's nothing to spend it on. And what instead you can sort of blame this on, according to Revra, and I agree with her, is that once 119.3 hit this last week, a bunch of Rourke pilots were like, screw it, and they're liquidating their brains and they're dumping the extra injectors onto the market, and we've seen that take a big nosedive lately. And to do the liquidation, you basically need Plex to get extractors, and I think that's where the supply ended up going. So if it is a leak, I think it's a CCP leak, and we're at the level of like T20 for a scandal if that's the case.
I want to put two things. I want to put two things out there. Shit, fuck it. You know what? Locke, I want to start with you right now. Do you see? I don't personally see any downside pressure to Plex because of this move. I see more either holding steady or continued upward trend long term. And I'm talking long term here. I'm not talking, what the blip might be as speculators get involved or somebody out there with a shit ton of money starts trying to manipulate the market or anything like that. Do you see anything about this that would lead to downward pressure on Plex prices?
Well, I mean, as soon as it launches, it's going to dump, right? Like, my outlook for the end of March, and forecasting beyond March is hard without FanFest news. And I expect us to be in a 950 regime after that, just because the way.
Not because of this though, because this doesn't happen then.
Well, okay, so
this is something that is summer or later, to come out.
Yeah, I expect it to come out in the June release. To be completely honest, that's what I have on my scratch pad. Is the June summer half major release thing. Expect to see the Plex thing on there. That's just my gut shot expectation.
Long term, when I say long term, this is a video game, people, okay? This is not like your fucking 401k or your pension plan, all right? This is long term video game. Let's say a year from now, okay? Yeah, a year from now is long term. Okay.
What I expect in the fall when we see our usual peak.
When we get back to a norm.
I think that so we have to talk about the highs and the lows, right? We peak in the fall and we dip in the summer, right?
Take out seasonality from it. We recognize seasonality.
I think that our yearly peak for the end of 2017 is we could hit 2 billion on an Omega status, depending on how things go.
I'm not asking you to give price predictions. Or what I'm saying is, do you see downside pressure from this in any way? Because again, I don't. I see either holding the norm or higher in the long-term trend.
So I think that it'll take some time to wash those new mini Plex out of the system. So I think we'll have a low summer, but then the rest of the prices I think trend upwards, and it's really a matter of this change allows the price of an Omega status to climb much higher than it ever has. because I think it's easier to boil a frog when you are saying the difference between 2 million and 3 million, as opposed to when it's 1 billion versus 2 billion. The sticker
Would you
shock
say
is,
it could fly higher than an eagle?
I do believe.
Do you think this has anything to do with making Eve
So
great
the
again?
microplex is the wind beneath your wings?
Yes, the microplex is the wind between.
Honestly, okay.
Top-notch
So people out there were being like, he's being wishy-washy. Economists are always weaseling out of the answer. I'm going to be honest. I do not see any fundamental reason why, in the long term, meaning that as this game goes on, that there is downward pressure on this because of the way that they're doing it. They are creating a market out there that, instead of being two different currencies for two different things, is bringing it all into one, therefore making it easier to use for the common man out on the out in the market. Right? Whether
Well, and
you're
I think a
buying
lot of it just
skins,
ends up
whether you're buying
washing
game
out.
time, whether you're buying all of these things, it is easier for the common average player out there to get involved with this now. Therefore, I believe that that is going to be a buoyant piece of the entire project. I see very little to no normal term downside here. Maybe we stick around the level that we are. Maybe we spike up, okay? At some point and reach a new equilibrium. But I do not see a downward trend to, hey, everybody, wait around. Plex for 500 of them, will be 750 at some point. Rock on.
I just see an upward trend for Gay for J, #BlabToot.
Gay for J!
When did Zell come in here?
And when
You
did he
didn't hear
stop
me? I
being
said it
fucking
a
gay
while
for dirt?
ago.
But whatever.
I thought you were saying hi to
kick
him
for
in
that.
chat.
It's like the only thing he said.
No, I just said hi when you joined the TeamSpeak.
Now,
Hello?
we've gone through the economy
It's
part.
Zell.
We've gone through the economy part. I do want to get into because Noisy is here for a reason, and that is because he looks at shit. Everybody knows out there that real money trading, okay, Plex is legalized, or I'm sorry, it is eulogized, EULA-gized,
Eulogize it.
condoned,
Euthanized?
real money trading. All right, and the guru of real money trading is Noisy Gamer. So I want to know, Noisy, what are you thinking about this change regarding Plex, and how do you feel it will affect the illicit real money
We got a
trading game?
donation, Drayden.
Yeah, well, I know. I
It's
mentioned
Dirt
them in
and
between.
Glitter. They're my favorite people.
No, I
Dirt and
mentioned them in between. Like when I can get a spot, I don't want to be like, hey,
Suck it,
everyone, stop
Drayden. My
talking,
drink
but,
thing worked.
all right,
Suck it.
DNG is recruiting, donates $3, and is letting everyone
Tell
know
us,
that Dirt
Noisy.
and Glitter
Tell us,
is
Noisy. Tell us what you
recruiting.
think, bro.
Okay, so
Shots.
until Jin told me, said that CSM had heard about this like 2.5 months ago, I was thinking that the RMT folks, the ISK sellers and the Plex sellers, didn't have any forward knowledge of this because of the timing and stuff. But back around the beginning of February, there was a pickup. A couple guys were buying lots of ISK like every week or every 2 weeks. So you still have the possibility of a leak getting out to the RMT crowd. That could have been through hacked email though, so who knows. So for the market, I'm not sure, because if people can just buy 500, enough Plex for 500 million ISK, that might take out some of the low hanging fruit, the people that only buy a billion from the ISK sellers. They might just go ahead and use CCP, and then that'll mean that if somebody gets busted by CCP for ISK selling or ISK buying, that'll be the bigger buyers. It'll be the whales that are getting busted, not the common little guy.
Have you seen this in any other games where they have split and devalued their currency?
Usually they don't do that.
And I say split and devalued in the same term, and it's because I switched over to devalued from split. In a way, what we have done here is we've devalued the currency, right? Or no, have we? Yes, we've devalued the currency.
No, we haven't.
Well, we've devalued
Fundamentally
it in
disagree.
the sense that there is no, we haven't actually devalued it. Split. Fuck it.
It's purely
Let's just
a
go with
split.
Basically, you see increased MT activity when a feature gets introduced, like when skill injectors were introduced to Eve. You saw a huge increase in RMT activity. When citadels were introduced, you saw a not so big increase in activity. When Ascension came in, you saw a big increase in activity. So when you see something like this, you can probably bet that there's going to be increased activity as people come in and try to. They say, "Oh, there's something new. I can get into this market," and so they'll try to do it, and then hopefully something will come along like Revelations Online just did, and have everybody go chase the new shiny, and all the people will be doing it will be RMT and in the cool game instead of Eve.
All right, so apparently my drink command does still work. If you want it to actually continue to work this evening, then you will not type it in. You will not type it in yourself. We do not want fucking drink fatigue. Being injected in this until the monkeys that are behind
the drink fatigue. No, here's the thing. I think there's a cooldown on it, but I think moderators can use it, and then Blast Him to Hell has access to it. I don't know why. I think it might be the subscribers.
Maybe he's a hometown bro.
Well, he has the.
Maybe he knows people.
Maybe he knows people who know people.
Well, I'm just saying he has the 6-month subscriber icon. So I wonder if you're X amount of subscriber for so long that they just give you access.
To homeboy? You saying he's got homeboy status?
He might be a cholito. Or is that a food?
All right, just
wait. Are we going to build a wall? We should build a wall.
Cholito.
We should fucking build a wall. Just saying.
What?
Damn, I had a reasonably intelligent fucking thought regarding this Plex thing.
Are we still talking high level now?
Well, you know what?
Beyond
this was actually kind of like higher level, not just high fucking level.
Higher? Sleeping? Jin.
Did Jintan what?
Jin, are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Jin's like, oh my god, I can't say
fucking
shit
triggered,
here.
bro.
I remember.
I'm not wearing a
Jintan's
mask.
Wee days on the Open Com show, and 2 shots in, he was hammered. And look at him now. He's just like.
What are Irish people doing right now? That's what I want to know. What are legitimate Irish people doing?
I'm drinking.
Are you drinking? You were working today.
Go,
How
Joseph,
the hell is
go.
somebody in Ireland working today?
Yeah, well, okay, I work in a hotel, so you work weekends and
you're
shit.
catering to the outside bunch.
Right, I would be out drinking
Don't talk
in
shit.
a pub.
I'm gonna go stay at this hotel.
I'd be out in a pub right now, except for the fact that I was all day sorting shit out, and there was drunk people everywhere. So I said, "Fuck it, I'll come home."
the English.
No, I was like, fuck it, I'll come home and I'll just relax, and then you guys were like, hey, come on. I was like, okay, I'll just get a few cans of Guinness. That's why I'm here.
Well done.
Hey, dude, are you coming to Eve Northeast this year? That's all I want to know.
Got the tickets booked.
Fucking A. I'm going to tell you, this guy right here, me, McLean, and the Irish guy,
Dang, we're hanging out.
Karaoke Kings.
You're gonna feel, I'm amazing. I love karaoke.
Wait,
and I never
are
stop.
you in a fan?
I think we're pretty amazing.
You'll be able to find us
in retrospect, bro. Eve Northeast.
Maybe not.
None of that Iceland stuff. We can't.
You'll be able to find us really easily at FanFest because we all have capes. We have capes and hoodies and flags now this year, so we're gonna look like ballers.
Hold on, we have videos of Rani?
The Reddit girl says she has videos.
You want
The only
videos
video
of me?
that we have is the Home Sweet Home video, and I'm not even sure where the fuck that is on my hard drive or whatever. I don't even know if Drayden has it anymore, but I know you've got a bunch of videos that you have because we sang a lot of songs that night because we were the Karaoke Kings.
And I threw a potato at a wall.
Night long.
We really did.
I got so drunk at Eve
shots for all night long.
And that wasn't even the soggy chicken nugget night for people who were here last week.
Soggy chicken nuggets.
That was the night before.
We did
Karaoke
Bohemian
night
Rhapsody
was an
at
entirely
FanFest.
different level of insanity. Shots?
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
Look, see, my shot glass has a skirt, just in case people were wondering what it was.
I just don't. I don't think I can make it to Eve Northeast this year.
Boo.
Who say?
I got so drunk that during the karaoke at Eve Northeast, threw a potato at the wall.
All right, I'm gonna say right now. Look, Drayden,
Whoa,
okay?
hold on. Did he fucking
Like the
say
rest
he
of us
threw
who
a
have to
potato
choose
on the
between
wall?
Banff
He
or Vegas,
fucking offended.
you always choose
Joseph,
Vegas over
what did you
East.
say?
Right, that's what I'm
East,
saying. I'm
sorry.
going to Vegas now.
Okay, so to repeat that, I got so drunk doing karaoke at Eve Northeast that I threw my potato at the wall.
You
Which,
threw
which
several
no,
potatoes.
no,
you
it
fuck.
gets even better. The potato had
You're
been
always-
frozen in like liquid nitrogen or liquid nitrogen. What's cold ice? That shit that comes out in like the dry ice. That's the one.
Frozen
Yeah.
carbon monoxide.
Yeah. So basically, the guys froze it, and then I threw like a frozen ice potato at the wall while singing Bohemian
potatoes?
Rhapsody. I think.
Isn't
Did
that
it
like,
shatter?
yeah.
Did it
Needless
burn?
to say, it got pretty wild.
Isn't that a crime in Ireland to throw potatoes and waste them?
Yeah, but I wasn't in Ireland, so.
I might have that on
That's a
film,
crime.
too.
up here.
Popo
You
can't catch me.
You can't come to Idaho. Like that's one thing we have in common. We're both known for potatoes. You more than me probably, but.
At the end of the day,
I
everyone
always
knows
forget
how many
you're in
potatoes
Idaho.
it takes to kill an Irishman, right?
Yeah, up here if you
None.
damage other people's potatoes, it's a capital offense.
It takes approximately 0 potatoes to kill an Irishman. That's the problem.
Womp womp womp.
Oh man.
Okay, so what were we talking about? Are we still on higher level stuff
Jay,
about
you-
like
Jay,
fucking
you
micro
can-
No.
whatever?
Jay,
Fuck
just
it.
start something
Topic,
new,
just
man.
pick-
Fuck the economy.
Oh my god, let's talk about something else for the love of Jesus. Or
Yes.
St. Patty, whatever. Either or. Alright, what do we want to talk about now?
We
Well, we
got
have
we got a
Rick's
bet.
here.
Who wants to be the bookie? Chucky.
Dirk is
77
I can't
talking,
bet
but
it.
Is
he's
Dirk
not
talking?
coming
He's not
through.
talking.
Over under, he
He's not
says-
allowed to
Sorry, wrong control key. What I want to say is this. From now on, henceforth,
I tried to.
March 17th shall be known as St. Plex Day.
Oh Jesus!
No.
I didn't know. I didn't
Stop
know.
believing
Womp,
Irish
womp.
folk.
Oh, and that actually
Throw the
brings up,
tomatoes.
that actually brings up the lowest level of the Plex conversation tonight. Is it correct? Going forward in the future, look, these things will be called Plex. They will just have higher numbers, right? So if you had 1 Plex before, you will have 500 Plex in the future. However, is Plex the proper term? Should they
Nobody
get
cares
rid of?
about
Oh God!
Plex.
Please don't
Should they
do
get
your
rid
plural.
of the name
No,
Plex,
Dirk,
which
nobody
stands for
gets-
Player
nobody
Your,
License
cares
your
about
Extension?
name. I hate your name,
No,
man.
Dirk.
I know. My name is a joke. Look, not my name. Dirk is a fucking cool motherfucking name. Okay.
Yeah.
However, the thing I came up with, pluro. Okay. Player license extension, user. Hold on, I gotta look at my fucking notes here or something like user retail option. Okay. Like actually, like the fact of the matter is that when you bring multiple currencies together into one, you shed all of those things. Otherwise, the Euros would have called it the Super Deutschmark. All right.
Ja, Super Deutschmark, I'm here.
Super
Oh,
Deutschmark,
yeah,
man. Okay, I
Jesus,
can
Al.
do Jamaican
Uber
and
Deutschmark.
German at the same
Wow,
time,
Jamaican?
but whatever.
Never fucking do that again.
Should they come
you're
up with a
fucking
different
fired.
name? Should they come up with a different name other than Plex? It's no longer a player license extension. It
Then
is
what
a
is it,
it is a
Dirk?
multi
What is it?
fucking currency thing for all of the stuff that they want to
It's-
sell to you.
It's a
It's clearly a
Plexo.
super Deutschmark now.
It's like a
Like, that's
peso,
what they should
but
call
it's a
it.
Plexo.
We'll just call them
Uber
I bribe
Deutschmark.
CCP tokens. How about that?
So are we past this yet?
YMCMB. Young money, cash money, billionaires.
No, I mean seriously.
Hey, all I care
should
about
they
is
rename it?
if
Does
we
the
go
word
ahead
Plex-
and if we make an acronym that we butcher it for the Russians.
Should the word Plex
You
Like,
find a
well,
letter
hold
that's
on.
not
Does
their
the
alphabet,
word
you put that
Plex,
in it.
does the term Plex have any kind of cachet out there beyond just these literally, the what? 20% of this game that even freaking knows about it? And like, does it have cachet beyond this game? Even if 100% of all EVE players knew about it, does anybody else out there know Plex means something?
Plex are good, maybe?
Or should we come up with a different name? And not we, the next CSM we elect. They should like name
Maybe,
it, or like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
should
we
I don't
definitely-
know.
We
We should come up
definitely
with a
have the
different
power
topic.
over
They should be able to pick
CCP's
their-
fucking marketing department. Same.
Maybe we call
But
it Gina.
But
Maybe we
like,
call it
you,
next
you
topic.
can't
Excuse
rename
me?
the currency to a existing currency. That would be fucked up.
Would it be Gina
Cool.
or Gina? Because Gina's a real name.
China?
Huh?
What?
Lumps.
China was a real name.
I mean,
on
China
40
means
Off
given
Road.
now
It wasn't-
asshole, but I mean, you know, it's like, you know, I mean, that
Can we
doesn't like work
not?
for a
I
currency.
thought that's where all our jobs were going, Dirk.
No, that's China.
China.
Actually, it's not even
Oh,
China.
China.
Huge. It's huge.
China.
The best.
Oh, so
That's
not
what
By the
the
way,
VA.
by the way, for people who were listening last week, I want to give a retraction. Okay, look, I'm sorry, I got the whole spread versus gap thing wrong. Okay, I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
I tried telling
God.
you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't listen to me.
I know
Dirk.
you
No.
tried telling me.
Are we
and,
actually
like,
going back on
My daughter
this?
is so knowledgeable about women. Like, excuse me, what?
Exactly.
Dear
exactly.
God.
Okay. However,
she
when I
not?
asked her the next morning over Cheerios, she's like, oh my God, it's gap, not spread. But whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want.
Yeah.
I
Mind the
never
gap.
issue
Dirk, sometime I will
retractions
show
when
you
I
how
should.
a fucking thigh gap works, okay? Because you're
Oh.
too fucking
Same.
stupid.
I know.
No,
Oh.
it's the
Fun.
simplest.
Yep.
It's not even sexual.
The-
God damn it.
Oh,
The thing
wait,
that-
wait.
The
Is
thing
Ronnie
that doesn't
showing
make
you
any
her
sense
gap?
is there's like
I will
a real
show you.
gap.
It's very
I'll
easy
show
to
you
give
real
yourself
good.
A thigh gap.
I'll show
The,
you
the
a-
problem that I had with
So-
the problem that I had with it from being like somebody who's like really into this shit, okay, is that there's a
Into
legitimate
gaps?
gap and then there's a thigh gap, and I thought they would have two different names for it. They did not. I was confused by what people I knew had said. A lot of people were saying, and I was wrong
Were
about
these
that.
men, Dirk, who don't
I
know
hear
how
that
women
No,
if,
no, no.
it's a legitimate gap, the body has ways of shutting it down.
Oh my fucking
Oh, they do.
god.
They do. It's called camel toe.
Welcome
to
we
Open
changed
Cringe.
over from gap to
Boo.
camel toe.
Terrible
You know,
show.
it sounds like it was all caused by an alcohol gap.
And are we mansplaining like what the fucking piece of anatomy
Triggered.
is? Is that what
I
we're
just
doing here?
want to
We
throw it
can't
out
let
there
Ru-
for one time that
Jesus
I'm like
Christ.
retracting mid-show. Okay, I'm
Can I
retracting.
cringe myself into a little black hole over here?
Oh,
You
fucking
please.
racist. Why not a
I'm
black
sorry, I'm
hole?
just joining comms. What's going on?
All I want to say is, you know what? I hope all of you like are supportive of gaps and spreads. I mean, like these are good things. Both of them are good things.
yeah.
The gap does good work.
The Donchian channel with a wide gap or a wide spread. What is it? Oh, in a Donchian
So how
channel,
about them
is it a
internet
spread or a
systems
gap?
then, Dirk?
Look, let's just agree on one thing. We can't let a missile get Alan.
Next.
You chased
topic.
rain off.
But
Yes,
Fuck
please.
sticks.
what I want to know
Internet
about this
spaceships.
is, you know what? You know, we have not heard all night long. I was hoping he would have jumped in at like some point regarding things regarding Plex or like leprechauns.
Oh, we're
or,
done with
or-
Plex, for the love of God. Jesus.
We
Well,
haven't
well,
talked
we are.
about the
We are-
the Plex vault.
Fucking
Oh,
done.
Plex vault.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
more
Thank you,
stuff
fucking
about
noisy.
Plex.
You
What
are
do
the
people think?
fucking worst,
Whoa.
Dirk. For the love of God.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Would you please get out of whatever small level game you're fucking... Why are you small balling us tonight?
Hold on, hold on.
I know. High level. High level.
Jay,
Space Gator wants to talk about D-Skate.
I'm
at some
throwing a
point.
Mike's
Zarvox
popping,
term
man.
out there
You're-
right now.
you're
Why are you
yelling.
small balling?
The D-scan is absolute fucking trash. I undocked and I had this map in front of me, so I'm like, oh, I'll click the X, and my D-scan goes away. And I was just like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna have to shoot myself in the fucking brain because I can't figure out how D-scan works. So I was sending screenshots.
A little bit of hyperbole
No,
there.
I was sending screenshots to Sutonia. I'm like, Sutonia, how do I do this? He's like, you click the X. I'm like, which X? Because every X closes the D-scan. So he had to show me how to separate
it's
some
bad.
bullshit fucking map from the normal D-scan and how to actually use the normal D-scan.
According to
It's
Crest
fucking-
ID,
it is atrocious.
according
Holy
according
shit,
to Crest,
this retarded. They
according-
showed it to us. They showed it to us at the fucking thing and said like, oh, you know,
What thing?
figure this out.
Your
The
private
thing?
thing?
Didn't
Your
guide us.
private
default
Every
summit
display
one of
thing?
us
picture
fucking
on the
figured it
side
out
of my
within
fucking
2
corner of my
seconds
map?
because it's a fucking
Instead
bug.
of like they have a fucking goddamn code shading map, like, are you kidding?
okay,
Wait,
take
wait,
Crest,
wait,
guys.
wait.
Fucking
Oh,
garbage.
let's yell
hold
some
on,
more.
hold on. I'm blowing the quiet whistle real quick. Miss Country joined us. Hi, Miss Country.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Wait,
Get
is
drunk,
that real?
baby. You got a red beard tonight?
I don't.
Oh,
As a-
You know what?
as a-
Hold on.
Sorry.
Drayden, I'm gonna get. Never mind. I'm just gonna give it to everybody. Hold on.
I'm just gonna drink.
Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna find
wait,
the fucking BC.
yeah,
As a-
fucking
as
red
a-
beard.
Yeah, she was letting me know
As
she
a
wanted to
pi-
come on and do a couple shots of this and say hi and stuff. So let's. Hey, welcome to the show, Miss Country. Let's do a shot right off the bat.
Shots.
Shut off the bat, bitches. Oh, I'm gonna get crucified tonight. I'm gonna get crucified like Jesus on St. Patrick's Day.
I don't.
According
think
to
so.
Crest,
You fucking deserve it.
Mixing things up, I think.
According to Crest, my D-scan stat said that I D-scanned like every 30 seconds for 5 years. So considering that there's that really stupid WOM sound in there, it's a pain in the ass.
Click
They
that
need-
picture. Click that
Oh
picture. I
fucking
linked.
Christ! They need to get rid of that sound.
Do they
I
have
know
the
you can turn
whole-
it down, but I like the other sounds that are on the same slider. They should make a
Eve
separate
has
D-scan.
sound? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, it's annoying.
It does not have
It
sound.
has sound. It's crazy.
Do they still have the presence detected thing come up? Because that was a feature they had when they showed us.
Presents?
Present,
like
yeah.
Like presents, like that are gift wrapped
Like
with
Orum
300
presents.
Orum inside?
CSM leaks.
All right, so, all right, I can probably talk. So probably be fine. So when we originally
Do it, bro.
Yeah, when we originally looked at the feature, if you had the map open and you descanned, it would flash up with like presence detected and just show like every entity that you had in your descan as like a little weird model on your screen.
Yeah, they
And
still have
it would go like presence detected, and you're just like fucking hell, mate. Didn't realize I was fucking being.
Honestly,
told what
you
to do by
just brought me
GLaDOS.
down. You just brought me down with that. I mean, it's like you didn't have the energy in that, in that whole thing.
Dirk, I think you need more
So-
shots, man.
I just.
Do I need to drink more? Would that
But
help?
I did throw links out of BC and his. Man, that guy. He was the only one on this show. Rain will not dye her fucking beard red.
can't show
BC was
you
the only
guys
guy who
that.
could.
Dude, that orange shit was everywhere for days. And
I imagine.
days.
That's probably why you had to burn the fucking house down after
Yeah.
you left.
Pretty
I put it
much.
up on the stream for a bit.
I see a hat.
You see
Oh,
a
those
hat?
eyes are fucking terrifying.
That's all they
That's
give.
better.
That's all they give you in Germany, fucking Zell. Angel is here.
That's
You don't get
terrifying.
the lower
Well, I
half
mean,
of your
last
screen
time they
over
handed
there.
out buttons, but that didn't turn out so hot, did it?
But go back
Slowly
very
getting
quickly. I swear to God. I swear to God. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, people. 5 minutes. The vault, the Plex vault. Look, I think I think it is smart that what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of the of the account wide and and they're putting it forth into the vault. There are going to be people out there who are going to bitch about the fact that it allows you to move shit from point A to point B in space in the game. And this is I think something very new to the game where they are putting something in that allows you to move things within the game. Pluses and minuses this. I want to protect. I want to protect the little guy. I do care for the little guy.
Well, Dirk, I think you're
But
absolutely
what-
right. I think it kind of defeats the purpose of any sort of shipping we have. It's like it's a very, very valuable commodity that we're taking out of the game, and now we can't gank it. I think it sucks.
You know, from a lore perspective, there's no problem with this being able to be transported via the whatever the net is called, just like our credits are.
Fluid router.
Yeah, the fluid router. There's basically no reasons why this second currency can't be moved around just like the first currency.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think we are losing something, but it's similar to when they nuked learning skills. That I think what we're gaining far outweighs the loss that we're actually seeing, and we still have the ability to lose injectors. That can still be fucked up, even though you could still activate injectors remotely, and you can still move the mini Plex around in the clear. And I still think there's going to be opportunity to do that. But losing arbitrage opportunity on Plex, I know this is supposed to be my wheelhouse, but I have a really hard time getting up and getting annoyed about it because Plex is Plex, and you can already activate it remotely. You can do everything you needed to do. Like you shouldn't ever have to actually move Plex unless you're doing something stupid.
Sure, but okay, but what's fair now? Because is fair going back and saying that
now
every
with Citadels.
I'm not done
People-
talking.
you go.
Is fair going back and saying that
Man,
everyone
who the
who's
fuck
lost
are you?
Plex-
How did you get in here? You can't butt me when I don't know who you are.
Is fair going back and saying that
down.
saying that everyone who's lost Plex
Chill,
through shipping
Rain.
We should get it back now. I mean,
No,
that's the
no,
situation we're
because
creating.
you get a patch and things, and we move into a new chapter of game. Like, I'm not going to go and retroactively fix the fact that people are retarded. Like, this is a new feature and a new.
The R word is not something
Love
you
it,
use.
love
I'm
it.
sorry
Keep
to
using
hear
it.
that they're
Keep
differently
going.
able.
The
Okay,
technical
there
term
you
is
go.
popsicle stick.
That they're meat
popsicle.
popsicles. Fine, whatever. But they.
Unless you're really serious, then you say retard because you're like down. You're like, fuck it. No, it's that bad.
I can talk more, probably, like, more accurately as to why it was done this way.
Please tell me that they're going to bring in account unification with this. That's the one feature I really want that we were told 2 years ago was coming and never showed up. And I'm so sick of having 5 stupid accounts with logins to go find anything.
Oh, that was a lot of syllables. Could you explain that in like simple terms?
So I have one login to all of my characters.
I don't think that's likely to happen. I've not heard anything about it.
CCP told us at some meet or fan fest about 2 years ago. They were talking about it, but they said there's technological problems with having like all your characters on one account or all your accounts connected together, and then there's further technological problems because everybody wants to be able to log into their pilot and then go back out to the character select and then go into another pilot, but that's never going to happen. They said they're never going to be able to do that.
It's weird because like it seems like I know that like the coding, the way they coded it just doesn't allow for that, but it just in my mind, I mean, I'm not a programmer. I dabbled around in like QBasic when I was in high school, so I'm not gonna say I know how to program shit. But it's like it just seems like something like that is such a simple thing to correct. Like it's like you can design all this stuff that has all these like massively intricate workings in the game and all these like artistic stuff that comes in, and then like you can't design a system that allows you to like not fully log out but just switch characters. Like,
well, and
the worst
I'm
thing is if they did
that...
make a unified system, then you could have a unified overview for all your characters or something like that.
And I'm hoping that
I want Randall Flags to jump back in here with what it was he was saying before. Like the joke about "Are you shouting me down? I don't know who the fuck you are" was like literally a fucking joke.
I brought him in. He is.
Oh, but Marshmallow's like, let that guy talk, please. Jesus, could you please let him talk?
Hey, what's up, mate? How you doing?
Are you an American who just unironically used the word mate?
Yeah, I guess I did, yeah.
Can't appropriate white culture.
Really? Why are you appropriating, Australian
culture? How dare
culture?
you?
Oh, sorry, man.
When you're
I
not,
was
when
stationed
you're
over
obviously
in,
not an Aborigine.
No, I think
No,
you
I'm
got
not,
that
I'm
wrong.
not,
British culture.
Anglo
I'm stationed
culture.
in the UK.
I just wanted to free
in
him up again
Australia.
because he hadn't talked like during that entire exchange. After like I was like jokingly being like, "Yo, bro, you can't fucking shut me down," but whatever.
Oh, sorry, dude. I'm real drunk right now. I'm like fucking plastered.
No, fucking
so.
outstanding. At least like 4
Are
of
you
us
a
in this
hordling?
channel are right now.
Yeah, we're pretty toasted.
Shots. Oh.
It's just that I get angry.
Shots.
Oh my
She
god,
said
what?
shots.
Did you just
She
fucking
said
show up
shots.
in this country and you want to like start calling shots?
I gotta
Where are
catch
you?
up.
Dirk, are you
Do
declaring
it.
Patrick's
Patrick's Day.
I'm not fucking
She's
declining
totally,
a shot.
she's
Do a
totally
shot.
ignoring our shot fatigue.
This shot is good. Hold on. Is the
Hey, she said
Marshmallow the
fucking
same as
shot
Marshmallow?
into the
Did she have to
bottle.
change her Twitch name or something because she got crazy? However, if it's the same Marshmallow from the south of England, I think around Brixton, that
Brixton's
shot's
not
to
in the
you,
south of
baby.
England. That's
That shot
London,
is to
you
you.
fucking mongoloid.
Brixton girls are fucking outstanding.
Get him, Jen.
Fucking learn your geography, fam.
Get fucking
Okay,
schooled, Dirk.
if Marsha and Jin are both going to be at FanFest, I want to see the meeting.
What?
Marsha,
I'll be
going
at
to
FanFest.
I'm
gonna be
gonna
at
try and go to
FanFest.
Dude,
next
Jay, you're
year's.
gonna be on fucking TV at FanFest. Don't even try to hide that.
We haven't talked
God.
about it, but like, do people who don't actually go to FanFest get elected to the CSM? Like, even if like you're a top vote
Yeah.
getter, but if you don't show up,
Yeah.
like, do you get elected?
Yes.
Is it
I don't think
collusion?
it ever works out like that, though. Is there ever a disappointed motherfucker over in the corner who's like, "Oh shit, I thought I was gonna make
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
I met them last year actually.
Did you really? Did you really?
I was hanging out with Tora
Did YOLO
Bushido.
Swagtron run last year?
I was hanging out with Tora Bushido when the announcement was said about him not making it. Dirk,
Wow.
sir, fucking.
I know that was so funny though. I mean, seriously, I threw my like fake
Don't worry,
my
I got you
floaty
triggered,
scarf
buddy.
around my neck.
Thanks, Jay.
Triggered.
But no, yeah, like I'm gonna try and go to Vegas next year if I can. I can't go this year because
There's like literally one Brit whoever comes to Vegas, and it's Steve Rnukin, and that's why he gets like a proportion of the American high sec vote.
Mangala went last. Well, okay, the year before last year.
2 years ago.
Mangala was there.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go because I'll
Mangala's a
finally-
straight up Barbro.
I'm gonna go because I'll finally be fucking 21.
If Mangala's not in Vegas, it's because he's in like freaking Bangkok.
I was
Vegas
gonna say
is
the
a
judge, but like I thought the judge is Australian, but he's
Judgment Australian, yeah.
Yeah, he's Australian, but
So
he's
it's
got
hard to
one of those
fly
like,
anywhere.
very sophisticated Australian accents that don't actually sound Australian; they actually sound more British.
He does
Like,
not sound British.
He's got to come from like a high-rise penthouse in Sydney. He's not from the outback.
All right.
Judge is a great dude. Vote for Judge.
Oh, yeah,
like 2016.
Judge is cool.
I don't want to
2017.
shift. I don't want to shift this off into like alternative topics, but I do have to ask the question. At no time tonight during the opening monologue, during like talking about the fact that it's St. Patrick's Day and there are like Irish people out there who like have like 1/8 Irish blood who are like, yeah, tonight's my night to drink and eat a potato. Did we hear from one of the other guests that we have on the show? So I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's like, dude, did somebody fucking tell you to your face, don't fucking talk until you're fucking commanded? Rix.
What? Can
Dude,
you even hear me?
I'm just glad you're still fucking awake at this point.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep right during the and I love Lockfox. He's awesome. And but man,
He's
the
kind
Orum
of fucking
talk.
weird though, isn't he? With that fucking beard thing. I mean, it's like what is up with that?
It's like hiding my four chins.
No,
Like
no,
chins on
Lockbox
chins
is
on
the
chins,
YouTube
bro.
channel I've seen on these.
Chins on chins.
I'm pretty sure if he's threatened, that like goes into a spike and he like fucking chin butts people.
Oh man, you found
how
me
do you
out.
get
You
that
found
thing
me
to
out.
like? How do you coax it to stay on your face?
I feed
imagine
it.
it scurries off at night.
Well, yeah, you got to have like a whole tree.
You gotta
There's a
anchor that
clicker.
shit.
There's a
You
clicker.
gotta anchor that.
Got it.
I want to prelude everything that I'm about to say. With the fact that you know what? Look, the centerpiece, the words around the Open Comms logo for those of you who are watching right now. Okay, that was BC. BC came up with those fonts, and like that is something that regardless of where we transition to in the future, which may be just like a rocket ship that goes off to Mars or
The
something.
funny thing, here's something Dirk won't say. The funny thing is, when BC first came up with that logo, Dirk did not like it.
I didn't like the whole fucking name, dude. Open comms.
Yeah,
it's
Dirk
like,
didn't
you know, it's
like
like
the name
whatever,
Open Comms
bro.
Show, and he didn't
We
like
know
the
what it
logo. He's
means,
like, I don't
but
like
it
any
doesn't
of it.
communicate.
He's just like, well, I like it, and I was like, I like it, and Bailey
However-
was like, I think
however-
it's good, so we just used it.
It will live forever. Okay. However, I put the logo out to Rick Javix to be able to like come up with something that like maybe fit, and he came up with the centerpiece, the skull with the freaking earphones and things like that. Because you know what? I'm sorry. Unless you're a fucking dick, you still wear earphones, you still wear headphones, and you still do push to talk Matterall. Okay, but I combined the two for that. However, for those of you who were out in Vegas this last year, and he did the Total Eve logo, which is on this shirt right here. Okay, he like adjusted it for Vegas, which is actually the logo that's on this shirt right here.
Yeah.
Vegas 2015 for the people that I handed it out
Hey,
to.
Dirk.
Yo, bro.
Dirk, I'm gonna need you to pull over.
You're
talking erratically, and I think
Easy
it's time to
there.
let- I think
Easy
it's
there,
time to
Lord.
let Hart
If there's only one Southie cop in the car with
He's got his
shades on,
glasses on,
but
that's
like
fine.
a chick in the front seat, I'm not pulling over.
Corey,
I'm
Dirk's
his
trying to tell you to
co-pilot.
pull over.
I'm his co-pilot. You gotta pull over.
You're
guys
trying
suck.
to drive this train of
Trigger
conversation.
buddies.
hold
Okay.
on,
Find your
hold on,
sunglasses
Joseph.
for
I'll-
nighttime.
I'm trying to extend this out there, and all you're doing is confusing me right now. Okay.
You're just confusing, Dirk.
This is
I
where you
know,
let
I know.
Ricks talk.
I apologize for that.
Dirk, let Ricks talk.
Sir,
You're
sir,
rambling. You're doing that drunk rambling thing.
I'm gonna
No,
need you to pull over.
Dirk doesn't. No, that's
I
not
would be
a
happy
thing.
for
go
one
for
of
it,
you
man.
journalists to extend it further beyond what it is I'm capable of saying.
What was the point that Dirk was trying to make? Does anybody know?
Most people
There's
don't
no
know.
thread
think we
here.
got
I
there.
blacked out there for a second.
Joseph,
It's-
Okay.
I don't know
I'm
if I'm
guessing-
to untime you out, but I'll relink your link.
Way.
I'm guessing the point that Dirk was trying to make was one that actually occurred to me last week when I was watching the show. Is that it's hard to find a person in the EVE community who I haven't had some interaction with or helped in some way. It's like it's continually amusing to me watching everybody, use my logos or use my art or things that I've created for them over the last 9 years that I've been playing this game. There isn't a corner of the universe that you can uncover that hasn't been touched or enhanced or altered by myself. So cheers for that. And it's always been something that I've been proud of, honestly. So to help out and make the community look a little better than it should.
Hello?
Can anybody hear
what's
me?
up?
I was
Yeah,
actually
we can
trying
hear
to.
you.
I was
Yeah, we
actually
hear you,
trying
bud.
to go through the entire spectrum of what it is you have done for Open Comms, as
Sure.
well as TotalEve.com, as well as last year. What I think is the greatest thing to ever be given out at EVE Vegas as swag by any fucking group out there
Oh, certainly.
related
No
to
way.
The
EVE,
Make Eve
which
Radio
was
shirts.
which was the fucking
Yep.
EVE Megathron, the
Well,
Omegathron.
Ricks has one on
t-shirt.
right now. He's got it on
And
right
he
now.
Yeah,
was
we're
the-
in it right
hold
now.
on, and he does.
Stand up,
He's
turn
got it
around.
right now. Okay, and you know what? Turn around, Ricks. Turn around.
Yeah, give us the-
I'll
the
post it
full-on-
here in a second. Okay, but the fucking artwork for that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, it's so good. Are you
The
gonna
red,
stand up
white,
and
and
give
blue
the full back?
Megathron was one of the great pieces of artwork that we have been able to put out there and give out to those people who came to that event. And I'm sorry, there has been a connection with this show, with me, with Ricks,
Yep.
throughout all this. And I was laying it out there from the standpoint of, despite the fact that this guy, who I believe has given up, I actually paid him for that. I sent him a fucking T-shirt,
Well,
which I
let's
gave
be-
out for free.
Yeah, he did. And Iski for the headphones guy. No, I don't know. I don't remember,
All right.
but probably, yeah.
Ricks
The
has
point-
also made the logo for EVE Dublin, which was like really super nice
Yeah,
of you.
Eve Dublin. That's one of
And
my
he has
favorites.
done that, logos, fucking hats, those kind of things. But you know what? I don't give a shit about what he's done for other people. I'm just trying to point out what it is that he has done for this show. Okay.
Sure.
And or for other things that I'm related to. So
Always
as
been-
fucking
always been a big
long-winded as
fan
that
of
became.
Dirk and Big Country, and from the show from the very beginning. This is I think the fourth time that I've been on the show, and always been a big fan. And I was particularly touched and by Big Country's passing, and we donated to that fund as well. And I created that nice piece for him, so I was quite proud of. So yeah, been a supporter from the very beginning.
But what I wanted to say was, despite all that, look, you have not been a anti-controversy guy in this game, okay? Despite the recent events, okay? Because
Right.
your anti-controversy stuff goes back deeper in this game than recent shit with Grath, correct?
Oh yeah, it goes all the way 9 years, almost a decade now.
Well, Grath is kind of a loudmouth, isn't he? I mean, if I'm tracking him right.
All kinds of us are fucking loudmouths in this goddamn game.
Yeah, there's a lot of loudness.
How
It's not
dare
about-
you, random
it's
Randall
not-
Flags guy?
Yeah, it's not about being loud. It's being correct, and that's really, I was telling we were out tonight having dinner, and I was telling my wife, it's like if you were in line with your friends to see a movie, say you were in line to your friends to see Rogue One, and you're talking about Star Wars and talking about your little geek whatever, and all of a sudden some guy turns you around and says your wife sucks and you're an asshole, you're a deadbeat
She does.
father.
She sucks.
And that is exactly what happened to me last week. I was in line talking about a spaceship game, and all of a sudden I got twacked by some idiot who started insulting me. So, I am not a person who's going to take that lying down, and I didn't, and I meant what I said. I'm not afraid of anybody. So, if you have the courage to say it to me on the internet, you should have the courage to say it to me to my face.
All right, so what are we hearing right now that this is going to be a fight at Vegas?
No, shut up. You can't deny the implication of saying something like "say that to my face" does not come with the strings attached that because it might get physical.
I'm not trying to deny it. I said it because that's exactly what I would say to anybody who insulted me or my wife would be come to my face, right? No, I don't deny it.
That's all I was getting at, because I was talking to Dirk about this, and I said that inherently is something on the confrontational physical side.
Fully intended as such. And
I rest my case, Dirk.
Which I
Right,
which
so
I have
we're
to be
gonna
honest,
watch
which I have to be
get into a
honest, if
fight?
I'm dealing in internet terms, okay, and I threw that out there as say it in my face, it probably has an LOL fucking after it from the standpoint
it
of
does have an
look,
LOL
we're
after it,
dealing
sure.
in this freaking thing where most people who would say something to me or you, it's not about saying it to our face, right? However, I understand why somebody out there might read it as okay, yeah, seriously, I'll find a way.
Yeah, it has an LOL after it, and the LOL is Rick's Javix. Anybody who knows me knows the kind of attitude that I have and how good natured I am. But on the other hand, that being good natured and having a good attitude and having a lot of friends and being that type of person doesn't mean that I'm going to roll over and take it up the ass either. So if you've got to bring your A game, then you're going to have to bring your A game, because especially if you try to insult my wife, I'm just not going to stand for it. So, and that's exactly where that argument started. And let's put it this way.
Well, it actually didn't say that. All right. And let me go back to last
yeah.
week. Let me go back to last week, because I hope the way that I came across last week during the Open Comm show was, you know what, Grath? This guy was responding to an article related to Eve, and you fired with both 16-inch guns, or all three 16-inch fucking guns.
It didn't make it
across
lick a
three
sense. It
turrets,
didn't make a lick of sense.
on your fucking New Jersey fucking battleship, like right at him. It started off with something related to Eve. The opening salvo was Graph. Now, where it went from there was a degree of escalation on each comment thereafter. And I recognize your right to say, hey, say it to my face. And then it went on to shit like, bring friends, which I think... I think at this point, because it was a week and a half ago after 2 rounds of drinks now. Grath said something about you better bring friends or whatever. The entire thing was fucking ridiculous. The mere fact that a week later, not that you're here, this is your fucking moment for equal time. All right, I will say that. But the mere fact that I have seen comments being made over the course of this last week that have led up to this day. I have seen other parties getting involved that you made a video about that we will talk about, shortly. It's seriously, this kind of shit. I'm sorry, you people out there, like in the Twitch chat or whatever. Shut the fuck up, Dirk. You're a cocksucker. Where all that kind of stuff. This kind of stuff rolls off my fucking back.
Nobody was saying that. We love you, Dirk.
Fuck you, McLean. Say that shit to my goddamn face, you goddamn South Irish bitch.
I fucking will, bro.
All right. And for those of you out there who want to
love you
that
so
out there
hard.
as a Dirk fucking mad stream, just totally fucking kidding. McLean will kick my ass. His wife will kick my ass.
Yeah, I'm going with McLean.
She's got freckles and red hair, but whatever.
I'm going with McLean's wife. Are you kidding?
Yeah, same here.
Just saying.
Yeah, she's scrappy,
it's
man.
Why do people let this shit get to them? I don't get it. Rix, you have been somebody who has been in the fucking spotlight on a number of occasions. And yes, you have a bad relationship with Matani. Okay? You do. Okay? Why do you let it grind you to the point where it's I've got to write something about it. I've got to make a video about it. I've got to keep it going. Are you trying to play a victim status? I have to be honest, as somebody who thinks that I think your shit's legit, but
it is.
I wonder
legit.
what. but I wonder whether or not you try and
Would you
play
say
a
that
victim
it's
status
too legit
in a way.
to quit?
Too legit.
In a way,
It's too
like
legit for this
Seraph
shirt.
tries to play some shit, or Schwaboy tries to play some shit, or like just,
No,
I don't
let me-
get it
let me-
sometimes.
Let's not bring Schwaboy into
Yeah,
this. Not
let's stop
Twitter,
right there.
anyways.
It
I'm trying
has
to get
not-
all the Twitter fucking active, bitch.
It's a misconception that anything that it has anything to do with playing the victim or playing the card, any kind of card or anything. First of all, I couldn't care less what anybody thinks about me, and second, it's about being entertaining and entertained. And I have fans out there, and I have people who care about me tremendously, and that's all I really care about is the people in my alliance, first and foremost, the people in my corporation, and those people I call friends in the community. And after that, it's all just players. I care a great deal about the EVE community, and I always have. And so, no, it's not about playing the victim card or anything like that. It's about standing up for what you believe in. It's about taking risk and not being afraid of bullies. And this game, unfortunately, when I first started playing 9 years ago now, this game turned out to be an environment that was full of people who were taking advantage and pushing around the small guy, the little guy, and nobody was standing up for them. And not that I'm trying to make myself out like I'm some kind of hero for the little guy, but
certainly
somebody needs to be the voice against the bullshit that's been going on for the last 9 years when it comes to little kids who are taking advantage of a community and turning it into an RMT situation where they're making money, making a living, and doing all of that based on the back of a lot of players. So, yeah, I don't really care for that.
Wait, does that mean Mittens?
Yeah, Mittens.
Greg coming out as
I think just say it. Fuck it, right? Because I mean, who
I don't
cares?
care.
Yeah, see, there you go. Just say it.
Has anyone talked to Grath about this?
Nobody has talked to since the first day that Grath responded on the forums. Grath has been silent about this.
Grath was on last week.
I'm sorry. Grath was on this show fucking literally last week.
It was just a
and by the way, when I use literally, I totally mean fucking literally.
Literally.
I think he honestly stayed up for 48 hours in a row to comment on Reddit too, because and somebody even said that to him. Said, Grath, you need to sleep at some point. So I think he was up 48 hours straight.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Look, I like you. I like
Grath.
Grath.
I like you too.
Okay, hold on. I like Grath. All right. Like being in the middle of it felt a little. Hold on. And you know what? The weird fucking trifecta of all of this is, like, out of game, I like Mittens. And if I'm in the Imperium at that time, I like Mittens then too. Okay, so it's like it's kind of a weird trifecta. But Mittens to me is almost like a like jumping in on the fucking sidelines on this. And so it's like I'm gonna cast him to the side and say, you know what, you're just a fucking like laggard from last year.
Third man in.
Last year he actually had his own gripe that we can get into if we want to on this, related to Rick's. But this year he's just a piler on. But getting in between the two of them this year was kind of fucking weird. I'm going to be honest. Because, look, when Grath came out with his shit, I thought that it was way fucking over the top. I mean, number one, his fucking salvo at the beginning had no, like, bearing on the comment that was made on the CZ comment section.
It's like Daddy just slapped Mommy across the dinner table.
Well, he did, but because, like, the fucking carrots were, like, I don't know, like not up to par, but the roast beef was absolutely honest.
And here's the thing, I really don't want to talk about Grath a whole lot because
I'm going to be honest, I don't like the term cyberbullying. I don't, because you know what? It gets tossed around so fucking easily out there. In this case right here, it's not about cyberbullying. Grath is a fucking guy that will talk shit to you face to face or like, online. And just because it's online, I don't want to like throw in cyberbullying on this because that is an entirely different spectrum of things.
Are you saying he's just a bully?
There's a difference between attacking somebody for stuff they do online and in-game versus something that they do in real life and making accusations in real life that have in real life implications.
Well,
But there's a huge difference between bullying. Bullying is like I'm not going to follow through with it kind of schoolyard shit. And I am legitimately serious about this on my next con.
Pull the vehicle over.
Ex-con. I said ex-con
Since
because
when
I
do
had to
bullies
because
not follow through
it was
with
part of Dirk Bingo.
Shots, officer.
What's an officer?
Did I say officer?
French, you're fucking Canadian.
There's a lot of context that gets missed, and I think context is very important. Just a few weeks ago, I had an incident where people were calling. This is on Reddit. People were calling real life people in my life on the phone and posting personal information on Reddit. I had to get on Discord and ask Gorski to go and shut that thread down, which he did, which was awesome. But I've gone through a lot of that shit too. So it's the other side of it is there's a lot of context here that goes back years where people have been after me to expose me for a fraud or a scammer or a site, whatever. It's the same shit that's been going on for years. And it's different when it's you in the crosshairs. And I sat here last week and I listened to the Graph talk, and I watched him talk over Rain and do the thing that he does.
Rain's a woman, though. Rain's a woman, though. We let that happen.
Oh, Jesus!
So I argued that.
You can't do that these
more me
days.
jumping in,
Trigger.
but like, yeah.
Wait.
Thanks, Jay.
I got you,
fucking
Trigger.
joking.
Yeah,
Trigger, buddy.
People on this show can fucking hold their own, man or woman.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like we don't give no fucking oh man, why you beating up on the girl?
Did you just
No.
her
Point
gender?
is, it's
I did.
different
Now,
when
Jintan,
you're
on
in
the other hand, I have no
crosshairs. That's all
idea
I'm
what his
saying.
fucking gender is. I got to be honest. Like we all know that Jintan literally has a vagina with two testicles
I think
underneath it.
Jintan actually
Is
has
he
a
even
coma
awake
right
at this
now.
point?
Like, just look at him.
He is.
He's
He's
in
awake.
a
He's
coma.
awake enough to laugh because he just saw that.
His
He's
eyes
just
are in the back
acting
of
out
his
for
head.
attention.
His eyes are in the back of his head and his glasses are on his forehead. He's done.
Done for the night.
Oh no! Okay, he put him back.
It's all right.
No,
No,
he's
it's
ready to
good.
go.
It's good. No. Don't bring him back in because now he's gonna be like, well, Aerith said, and it's like it doesn't matter. It's like it's okay, Jin. You don't have to quote Aerith to make yourself real. But this show is not about whether or not fucking like Rain got stepped on by. Look, Grass steps on me. Okay.
Oh, sure.
I have no issue.
Some of us
fucking
out there
potato
have
head.
I don't
personalities
care
that
one way or the
fucking
other.
rail over people.
Until last week, the only thing between me and Grath was it's just his funny FC videos or whatever, where he's ranting and raving over everybody, and that's why I don't want to make this about Grath because it really isn't about him.
Should we have played more chivalry?
It's about what happened. That's and so I don't really want to point the finger at a single person here because it's just about why that happened and how it escalated into what it is, but and what happened to it afterwards. So it's an incident, but it really doesn't have anything to do with Grath per se.
I'm gonna roll something back a little over a year ago, and I'm sorry,
Sure.
but like for those of you who are like fucking alphas or like omegas that like weren't around during that time, a year ago, Scion
This show
wrote an
literally
article.
doesn't care about you if you're an alpha.
So, actually, we do, but we're trying to educate you into omega status. Okay, we're trying to graduate.
if you're an
This
alpha,
show
your
right
arm
here is
doesn't
a
count.
fucking alcohol-induced fucking like graduate studies course. All right, but
What the fuck does that mean?
it means that you need to
Aren't
fucking grow
all
up and
graduate
start
study
paying
course
higher
alcohol
fees.
induced?
Yeah.
Anyways, over a year ago, your name got mentioned in a Scion article.
Yeah, he called me
that-
a charlatan.
Well, hold on. Was that the
No, he
first
did. It
article,
was
or was
actually,
that
It
afterwards?
was actually black and white. There's really no way to.
No, the first article afterwards, because I'm going to be
Is that
honest.
why you picked the name charlatans?
Yeah, that's how we got our EVP.
I'm not
tournament.
sure that
That
it was
makes
the
sense.
first.
I like
Was
it.
it the first article? And damn it, I cannot recall now because I argued the fact that you know what, your name got mentioned in kind of a side thing regarding the community, air quotes. All right.
Yep.
Make
However,
sure we emphasize
the
the air
charlatan
quotes.
thing. I think
You know
was
you're
in
on
the
cam,
second
right?
article.
You could actually just like do air quotes.
That's not. It doesn't drive it home.
However,
you really got to highlight it.
My belief,
You
my
gotta
belief
say it
that I'm
and do
working
it?
with right now, and the group that fact check CCP. I'm sorry, Eve Media can fact check me tomorrow.
Sure.
I believe that the first article referenced you without that. And
well, either way, whether it was the first or the
and
second,
you took it in a way that like was
the words
entirely negative.
Charlatans
and then you lashed
like
back.
Rick Javix was together in a paragraph, in a sentence. Charlatans like Rick Javix. So I didn't do that.
But was it being stated as a fact, or was it being stated and he did not air quote it? Because like, how do you air quote something in text?
Well, that's how Clever Girls got their name, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Wait, how do you
How
how do you air quote something in text? There's literally a button for that.
There's a button for air quoting in text. There's a button
also
for
this
quoting
thing
in
called,
text.
called writing comprehension and reading comprehension and ability to write sentences and structure them grammatically and know the English language backwards and forwards. And if anybody in this world has claimed, and you can watch his videos, Scion claims to be incredibly smart. So if he's incredibly smart, then he wouldn't have made a mistake like that. So he says exactly what he means and means exactly what he says. And so that's the way I took it.
I talked to
he was casting that fucking shade,
I talked to
bro.
you at the time, and I said, look, I don't believe that what he means is that you were being a charlatan. I believe that what he means is people are being accused of being charlatans.
Well,
I think
in hindsight, you've been proven
So
wrong.
what you're saying is that we don't understand what level of irony.
When you say in
Scion is
hindsight, because there's a lot of fucking mileage that happened
Dirk, you're
in the
doing a lot
mile.
of talking for other people who should be talking more.
So there's a
Go
lot.
ahead, Rain. Go ahead, Rain. Tell me what me,
I
Scion,
don't
or
need to say
fucking.
anything because I think it's Rick Javix's turn to talk. Thank
Go
you.
ahead. Yeah.
Again, a lot of context being missed here. Context is last summer when computers were bought through GoFundMe's, and then Fountain War Kickstarters were started, and $150,000 yachts were talked about, and the community.
This goes back to the
dumped
Kickstarter, though.
Matani's little plan.
You can't go to things after that. We have to take it in chronological order, right? Because I don't believe that Scion went into that with the "let me hit Rick's" kind of fucking uptake on it. I don't believe that was his fucking.
I mean, there was definitely backlash towards the community.
No, the initial, and I'm telling you right now, from fucking backroom conversations that happened at the time, it's like, is this what you meant?
How backroom was it?
It was fucking pretty goddamn back room.
Was there questionable
it was
things
like
happening
fucking
in these back
INN, back then TMC.
Dirk was in the
streamers
back
fucking
room
chat.
with those
Is
guys.
Were
this
things
what you
going
meant?
into orifices in the back
What
room?
did they make you do, Dirk? Get back there.
What did they?
They made
What did they
me
do to you, Dirk?
goddamn shit because it's the fucking open comm show, and it's like, you know
Dirk.
what we do? We literally are the absolute one show on this fucking channel that does not
Dirk, you
suck
can tell
any
me.
kind of
I'm
dick.
the police. I will get them for you.
Rick,
Anyways, you're not gonna
Rick, I
fucking
got a
beat me
question
into
for
that
you.
shit. But
Sure.
On a scale from
However, he's a masturbator.
I love your podcast. I listen to it every time it uploads. I think it's
Thanks,
great.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
on a
absolutely
scale
great.
from like banging a
Anyway,
shotgun to Pizzagate, how
so
bad
I
was
really-
the
After
initiation
hours on
ceremony?
Crossing Zebras, by the way.
Yeah,
Are we
it's
over
a
our
great
time
podcast.
now?
So-
Anyway, I just want to hear
Yeah.
your opinion. How do you think this would best be resolved? Because like I think you're awesome. I think Grath is pretty awesome. So I see two awesome dudes having a fucking conflict. I don't necessarily like this. How do you think what would be best for this for you?
Speedo wearing jelly wrestling in the middle of
Jelly
Vegas.
wrestling.
Vegas.
That
In
is
the middle of
a great
the
idea.
middle of the strip.
Make it happen. Jello wrestling. Do it up, bro.
Let's do
Why
it.
is nobody voting on my Tito's versus Fireball?
Is Rick's
Tito's.
coming to Fanfest?
Because
Because
you're
that's
actually
No one
being
cares.
innocent, Dirk.
Like,
Thank
shut
you.
Rick's is coming to
fucking
FanFest, right,
palate
Rick?
cleanser.
Yeah, I'll be at FanFest. We're very excited.
I mean, Grath can't
I got
come
lots
because
of
he's a
freebies
legitimate convict.
waiting right back here to hand out. So pretty
I'm
cool
going to
stuff.
interview you on Eve TV.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to it.
I think I'm on Eve TV as well.
Hey, you know,
I'm going to
How
interview
many
you too,
people are
you
showing
Irish
up to
bastard.
Vegas?
Yeah.
I just
I
want
did shout
to. I
outs.
just want to say it again because I think maybe it got a little overlooked here. I don't personally have anything against Grath as a human being. It was more about It was 2 minutes after I made a comment that he bushwhacked me. As a matter of fact, I had gone on to Discord after he had said that, and I asked Naiden if he'd be kind enough to remove my comment because I didn't want to start any shit with him. So, but it took a little time, and things got out of control after that. But
can we clear something up? Can we clear something up?
Yeah.
Because I started this off with the litany of the things you've done for me or this show or things like that. Okay. And look, I think that there are some things out there that are fucking confusing for people. All right.
Sure.
You laid your fucking life out there in your blog. You laid what was going on with you out there for people to fucking see, right?
Yeah.
Not too long after and fuck the Kickstarter for the goddamn PC. Because you know what? If there are people out there who don't think that this guy did something with his PC and ran across tough times where it's like people wanted to hook him up, whatever. You know what? That is fucking bullshit. Either you give or you don't give. Shut the fuck up if you're in the fucking middle somewhere. That doesn't fucking matter. However, you came out and you laid some shit out there regarding your personal life and what was going on with you legally. Okay? Which grabbed people way deeper than, shit, my fucking computer stopped working.
Right.
Not long after that, when people started to fucking give money, me included, okay, started to give money to helping you out with your legal case, all right, you started talking about, and I can't remember now if it was FanFest or Vegas or whichever one of those fucking trips it was. And it's like, whoa, shit. Why is he talking about this? He just went through an entire... And I know that nobody fucking raised money. You did not raise money for yourself. This was the fucking community. The community that supported you.
Yes.
They were the ones who were like, we're going to raise this money for fucking Ricks. And people who didn't want to, fuck them, whatever. Okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
But why was it okay to be like, you know what? I want to talk about going on a video game vacation. I mean, why? Like, that creeps some people out from the stand. Do you recognize that it creeps some people out?
No, because here's part of the problem, Dirk, is that the chronology, like with the Fountain War Kickstarter and with other things, has gotten a little mixed up over the years because time has passed and things. What
it was all literally within a 12-month period.
We did not go to FanFest last year.
No, you did not.
We did not go to Vegas last year.
But you did talk about it.
We talked about the desire to want to go, but we never
talked about the desire to like. No, it's gonna be too close.
We had gone to FanFest the year before, not the year after, and the only thing we did last year was have our own event that we put on at our own expense here in Pittsburgh called Steel City Eve, which we had 25 people show up for, and we did not travel last year at all. We didn't even take a family vacation or do anything like that. And
but there are tweets out there. There are things by you where it's like, oh my God, would like to go to FanFest.
Would love to go to FanFest again. We were kind of sad that we weren't able to go. Absolutely.
And look, this is not the kind of show y'all can call it fucking fake news. You can call it whatever the fuck it is you want. Okay. We're not the ones who are going to sit there and go, hey, look at this fucking link from last year's fucking Twitter. All right. I am a follower of yours. I'm a follower of your wife.
Well,
okay?
unlike some people, I never delete a tweet. So all my tweets are still available from the last 4 or 5 years that I've been tweeting. And I never delete a tweet. I've deleted 2 tweets. They were both mispronunciations and misspellings that have been corrected. But I don't go back and delete my tweets. So they're all there. Feel free to go back through the history. And
do you believe any of it played into the post donating to me for this other thing that you gave me money for, played into I'm thinking about going to Vegas. I'm thinking about going to FanFest, and all time of the year.
I don't think so. I think
you don't think
the
so.
thing is
because I'm gonna be honest. As a guy who follows your shit every fucking day, it fucking affected me. I saw that shit and I'm like, whoa, that is bad PR. That is not what you fucking do. I'm like, I swear to fucking God, you were the fucking Trump to me at that time, from the standpoint of whoa, this is not what you say. This is not what you say after that last thing you said 3 months ago.
Well, as
God forbid he gets to dream.
I mean, it's
for
like
fuck's
3
sake.
months ago.
Fuck dream. It's got nothing to do with dream when you put shit out on fucking Twitter. There's no goddamn dream
Is he not
emoticon.
suffering enough for you? Is that the fucking problem? Jesus Christ.
Shots. No more for you, Jintan.
All right, Dark, listen, as a friend of mine, and I
Jintan,
consider
no.
you a friend,
Jintan.
knows it.
You
Jintan.
Don't you do it, Jintan.
Do it, Jin.
I'm
No,
saying
Jintan.
this.
No, stop it. No, he's doing it. Oh, he's doing it.
No.
Do it, Jin. Do it. Do it harder. Don't listen to these fucking amateurs.
I'm saying it to you the
We're
same
doing
way
code
this
words
week
for
that I
shots
said it to
now.
fucking Graf last week. You know what? I thought
That's
he
what
was a
he wakes
fucking
up
dick
for,
for
is
how
shots.
he fucking launched into his shit. And this week, I'm fucking bringing it out and I'm saying, you know what, Rix? I think that you freaking played some of this stuff. Not played it. Not played it
that's
from
the
a
wrong
fucking
word, man.
game
Don't use that
standpoint.
word.
Okay, not played it from a fucking game standpoint. Okay,
He's working
But-
with a limited vocabulary. He's a maximum
No, it's
overdose
okay.
right now.
But
Holy
listen,
shit, what's been going on for the last 15 minutes?
No,
Let me
no,
be straight up.
because
of
tomorrow,
opinion
I'm
stuff.
telling you right now, 48 hours from now, I would still tell you that I am still uncomfortable about the fact that if you are talking about you need money to sell your house, to sell all these things, to be able to cover your
Holy
shit
shit.
regarding legal stuff that I know exists in the state
critical.
of Pennsylvania. Okay. Do not in the next 3 to 6 months talk about how you want to go on a video game vacation. It is bad PR.
All right, let me talk. First of all,
pull over, Dirk.
First of all,
I'm good, bro.
I'm out here in the open right now, and I'm talking to whoever, a couple of hundred people. But thank you, Eve community, for saving my wife and my 4 children's lives. Thank you, because I had been doing this for 10 fucking years, paying everything, alimony. I never paid child support, by the way, Graf, because my son lived with me. I raised my own son from the time he was 10 until he's 24 years old now and married. So I did all that myself. I did it for 10 fucking years. I had my own business that went bankrupt because of things. And I went through that. I went through all of that myself. And my wife and I went through everything. We were done with the divorce. We were done with all of that shit. And then suddenly we were called back into court. So all the alimony, all the things that I was supposed to pay my ex-wife got paid by me. All right? So this bullshit about me owing things and not taking care of business is bullshit. So
being
but
a
then-
wife
but then-
beater,
but then-
being a fucking like child support
then-
neglector, it had nothing to do
Oh,
with
no
kids
deadbeat
or
father. I'm
fucking
not a
beating your
deadbeat
wife.
father.
So,
I
Rich-
raised my own son. Listen, but then I got called back into court after everything was finished and sued for more money. So that's when we got tripped up, and we were taking care of that ourselves again. But everything got balled up into a ball, and because of the bankruptcy, we were 2 months away from being able to sell the house when we were going to fucking lose it. And because we were in bankruptcy, we didn't have any credit. We had no place to live. We were going to be freaking homeless. And the Eve community, all those people who supported me, all those people who sent their money in, not begging, but because they wanted to, saved our fucking asses. So thank you, Eve community, everybody who donated. Thank you very much. My wife and I, still to this day, which is the reason why we're going to FanFest this year, we've got tons of free stuff to hand out because I've been working my ass off, doing podcasts, doing art, taking care of people's business, doing commissions, tons of shit for free to pay back that debt every single fucking day of the last year and a half to get back to this point because it's important. And it was important to me, and it was important to my wife, and it's important to my 4 children. So when people say you're a scammer, when people say you took advantage, when people say all these things, it's bullshit. Because I have a lot of people who care about me and my corporation and my alliance who wanted to do it, wanted to take care of things. So it got taken care of. Thank you.
Rich,
right on. I fucking commend you for that awesome ass attitude. That's pretty fucking great.
Rix, what I hear you saying is that like maybe Graf totally misrepresented where you're coming from and all this, right?
Every single thing that Graf said is wrong. He's mad at me for no reason. Everything that he believes that I am a piss ass deadbeat father is wrong. He doesn't understand.
No,
He doesn't
the
understand
whole
where I come
deadbeat
from.
father thing
He doesn't
is
know
totally
a
fucking
goddamn
wrong.
thing about.
And I told him that. In fucking Skype. I'm like, dude, this has nothing to do with being a deadbeat dad. It's
Not a
nothing to do
goddamn
with
thing.
kids.
Well, I
Not-
mean,
not
like
nothing.
anybody who's gone through like anything involving getting custody with kids and all of that knows that the system is fucking broken. My brother and his 4 kids, he's been going through that with one of his exes, and it's fucking inherently broken.
The system's not broken. It's
inherently
amazing. My
anti-male,
ex-wife
too.
gets so much money, and like it's
Shut
perfect.
you, Canadian! You
You're
goddamn
from Canada.
Canadian, no
You don't
culture
get to
having
talk about
motherfucker.
that.
Yeah. Well,
That's
look, I don't
racist.
want to go into the details.
wrong
It's
with Canadian
complicated,
ideals?
but
Is Canadian a race?
There's nothing wrong with putting your
Canadian is
police
Only
totally
French
around
racist.
Canadian.
You have no race.
Your Canadian culture sucks, bro.
What
We've not
culture
only,
is
like,
that?
Except for the
said you have
bacon. I
no
like the
culture,
bacon.
but we say
And
you
the
have
maple
no
syrup.
race.
You like the beer, the maple
you're
syrup, and the
northern
hockey, but
Detroit.
everything else is terrible.
that's right. And the
Terrible.
mooses are all right. I
We're
guess.
developing self-driving cars. You guys are developing syrup-run cars, and
Yes, we are actually.
And,
It's a new
So-
fuel source.
you're
It's
pretty
you're
amazing.
I
on
love
Shoes
Canada.
Hockey Pucks.
Honestly,
For letting me have that
their fucking
piece of
Canadian
rant
national
there.
anthem is outstanding.
Okay, so
I know
basically to
O
sum it all
Canada,
up,
Get the rest.
that all right, Rex is a cool dude.
How do you
Graf
not
is a
start
cool
your
dude.
country's fucking
I
national
kind
anthem
of like
out
both
with
of
it?
these guys.
Oh,
They
United
got into
States.
a miff,
I have
and
a
Dirk's about to get pulled the fuck over.
I have a question about this.
Sure.
I'm not saying that Rick Javix is a deadbeat dad, but what, like, even if he was, what does that have to do with Eve at all? Like,
Not a goddamn
nothing.
thing. Nothing.
So for
Yeah.
Grath
That was
flying
my
off the
argument
handle about
last
that,
year.
like,
You know what?
so that actually has
Dorsey
no
is
fucking
fucking
bearing
women
on anything whatsoever. Like, I can go
At the end-
outside and beat my dog, and like that doesn't affect
Not a
anything
thing, no.
that's going on in
At
Eve.
the
So
end of
it's
the
none of
day,
Grath's
this
fucking
is-
business.
This is a spat between 2 fucking grown ass men, and you know what I mean?
It sounds
Rick
like a high
has-
school spat.
Rick has his stuff out there.
Do we
Graf
care?
got to say his stuff. Everybody's got their airtime. They're both cool fucking dudes. I like
Do
them
we
both.
care? Do we
Like,
care about the 4
let's
priests
just
who are
let them
upstairs
do
from
their
Bob
shit now
Bond's
and
basement?
just be easy. Like I think this whole
I just wanted
subject
to know
is
if it
kind
had
of
any sort
is
of a
kind of
bearing
ran
on
its
anything
course
that actually
now.
mattered.
Well,
Do we care that Bob Mon has to walk through a gauntlet of people pulling on his cock and their priests? No, we don't care about that. This is
Wait, what?
Eve.
Please never elect Bob Mon to CSM ever again. Whoever did that, if you
I'm just
voted
trying to
Bob
say,
Mon,
I'm trying to
stop.
fill it out.
He's a
for
bit
the
of a
people
jerk.
that don't get it.
Hey, Bobmon's not that bad.
He's the
No,
fucking
he's
worst.
not that
Stop.
bad.
That
But he's
bad.
not that
That
bad
man
because
who
he's
has
not that
to-
bad
Oh my
because
God, he
of the
speaks.
priests.
Just to clarify, I was not saying that Rick Javix is a deadbeat dad. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no. Because I'm not, by the way.
No, and I don't
Men
think that you
get
are.
Actually, we've
men's
only
get into
dealt-
fights
we've only dealt
and get
with
into
Graf
fist fights and
But
get
it just,
over
it just
It's
seems
cool.
like a
Like,
ridiculous
it's just
thing
a
for
thing.
anybody to be arguing about when it really doesn't.
We've only
fucking
dealt
matter.
with Graf tonight.
Well,
We've only dealt with Graf. Look.
the
I'm
important
going to
thing
throw
is
this
that
out to you. I'm going to throw this out to you,
Go ahead.
Ricks. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what?
No,
you
go
were
ahead.
wrong.
We're
You were
officially
wrong.
done with Graf and Rick's like battling
Actually,
it out,
the
right?
Graf
We're good
thing,
with that.
the Graf thing was kind of done last week. I tried to give
Yeah,
the
it was done
motherfucker
last
like
week.
Well,
like a
it's
momentary.
done. Of, Graf
it's
in real
done
life.
when both sides get their say, I guess, right?
No,
I mean that's fair.
Well, there is that equal say kind of thing. But you know what? Let's be honest. Most of us last week were sitting there and going, Graf, will you take a step back? And Graf chose not to take a step back. He chose to take a step forward.
He's a passionate fucking dude. I mean,
No, he is, and that is like partially one of the things that I like about Graf at a fucking steakhouse in Vegas. Okay, like totally. All right. However, this week, the day before this show, Rick's decided, you know what? I'm gonna compile some shit that happened on a fucking nonsense bullshit fucking last week. Matani
Yeah,
stream,
it did.
where the Matani like got out there and he's like, oh, I'm dredging up some old bullshit from yesteryear, and it's like whatever. For the people that are in his fucking clan, in his tribe, it like fucking sounded like Trump saying somebody wiretapped me at the fucking Trump Tower. Okay, like whatever. But when you put shit out there on video, guess what? Creative people can take that shit and they can fucking like, you know, put it into like something that they can like layer out there. And
Yep.
that is what Rick's did. He took what happened there but I'm gonna lay this back on you, Rix.
Shots?
Why did you react to something that the Matani said? Because what I've been telling people, like,
because it was funny.
You this time,
For comedy,
and you fucking
purely for
Lockbox,
comedy.
okay? And fucking not even
Shots?
last year this time. Never give a narcissist what he wants.
Oh, well, you know what? This happened last week, by the way. It was Friday, I think, or Saturday when the Matani did this. I actually sat on it for a whole week because I wasn't quite sure that I was ever going to do anything with it. I had debated it or not, you know? Cheers. So finally, I got to the point where it was just too much comedy gold. I hadn't done anything to him in over a year. Honestly, I forgot that he even existed. And then all of a sudden, I'm a piece of shit, and I'm horrible. And he was saying bad things about me, stealing CCP's. Oh, wait a minute. Did I drop?
Dirk.
No,
you're good.
Oh, okay. All right, I wasn't here. So
This was not like fucking 2 years ago when they emotes for the fact that when somebody said shit, they could put like a steaming pile of shit up there. I'm like,
Shots.
like you put fucking
so
magic on screen where it's like, oh, he said shit, I'll put shit up there. I'm like,
yeah, it was.
Oh my
I'm
god,
sorry,
that's
man. It's
like
like creative people against people who just say the word shit are not the same thing.
Yeah,
And tonight, somebody will make a fucking video of this show, and they'll be like, Dirk said shit, shit, shit.
Dirk,
Yeah,
you're a
well, hey,
shithead.
You
You're gonna put
hung
yourself-
the Matani out there, and it's like wrong. It's wrong, man. We know it's wrong.
All right. Well, I mean, if you put yourself on
No.
video, you're putting yourself out there,
I'm just trying to
Yes,
hold my.
I
I'm
think
trying
that-
to
I
hold
think
my
that-
pay for play
To the
job.
same degree, though, if you're saying that him putting a video of himself saying dumb shit is him putting himself out there, isn't you putting your real life out there, making that part of something that people can attack as well?
Sure.
By that logic.
I'm not complaining about people attacking me.
What is this coherent shit coming from Jin Tan when he's 10 sheets to the wind?
Exactly.
Go,
Did
bro,
you
go.
just wake up and
He's-
have mushy peas? Did you have a
A
bowl of
moment of
mushy
clarity.
peas?
He's having a moment of clarity.
Dude, it's amazing.
Rix,
I-
can I ask you?
This guy
Yeah.
never ceases to amaze me. It blows my mind. When I'm to that point, I'm like unconscious.
No, you're
So
usually like
we've been talking
100
for you.
deaths.
We've been talking about
in.
you for about
Well,
the last
yeah.
15 minutes. Would you like to transition to anything else?
By the
or
way,
would
if
you like
anybody
keep
wants to
going?
know whether or not we
What's this
should have
we
cut
shit?
at fucking
The
2
show
hours,
has
no,
been-
we have
the
3
show
hours
is over
tonight.
for 20
before
minutes, so...
before we
We have 3 hours
transition
tonight.
before we transition into anything, I'm about to take off. This is my last show
Oh,
for like a
Yeah.
long time.
Hey,
Wow.
aren't you? You're going to.
Sorry
No,
for
we don't want to
hyping
hear
you,
that
everyone.
terrible shit. Aren't you going to Wainwright? So that the fucking.
Yeah, I'm going on a 90-day bullshit deployment. And it's
You're
gonna be
going to
amazing.
Wainwright, right?
You're going to Wainwright?
And you guys are gonna talk to was it 172nd Striker Brigade up there, and the professionals
Are
are
they
gonna show
actually
you
going
how.
up there?
They're gonna show you how to fucking army,
Get
bro.
fucked.
So
Good job.
essentially, they're gonna
You're
come up
finally
here.
gonna get the training that you
Essentially,
deserve.
they're gonna come up here and freeze in the Canadian winter. Got it.
No, 172nd is stationed at Wainwright, my man.
Hey,
They're a
Rick.
Striker Brigade combat team.
And McLean,
Where's
hit me up. I got a good buddy up there. He can hook you up.
So while
My
Dirk
brother
is
lives
gone,
up
can
there. I
say
know what the
something?
deal is.
come up with what?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Some dank
GC
weed?
that's
I just want to
up there.
answer one of the chat
head there.
guys here. The thing is, I can create great videos. Anybody can check my channel, see what I'm capable of. I did the Batani one on badly on purpose. So it's horrible. It's very old school. It's very, very rough. I didn't even bother syncing up his audio because I didn't think it worth it. I took 30 minutes to do it. It was funny. I sent it out there. It has no deeper purpose than that. Just a good
Can we
laugh.
get a link?
So there it is. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody can link it in chat, I'm sure. I'm banned from the Batani, the Imperium
Put it
chat,
in
so I
TeamSpeak,
can't
I'll
talk.
link it.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, he banned me last week.
Oh, last week.
Yeah, so I still can't talk in the Twitter chat.
I'm gonna be honest. Have you played this in any ways? You know what? I'm a fucking victim.
Oh God, no.
When you
I'm not a
say
victim.
"oh God, no," is that literally like I'm not trying to play this like I'm a victim?
So it's past
That's
10
an
o'clock. Can I go
accusation.
to bed yet?
It's 3
Yes,
o'clock
go
in
for
the
it, Chalk.
fucking
Yes,
morning.
Rain. You can totally fucking go to bed.
So if I hang up on Skype, you guys will be okay?
We will adapt because we're fucking Americans.
We'll miss you terribly, though.
Can I later, bitches? Then
Bye, Rand.
You know what? Hold on.
I've been drinking for 6 hours, so
See you in like
and that's true. And that's true.
3 months.
You know
or
what we
so.
should do? We've got 38 minutes left of this show. We're gonna do a peace out
Love
later,
you,
bitches.
DC.
Love you, bitches. Like all of you.
Wait, we're doing a peace out at 38 minutes.
love
to
you,
go?
DC. Have fun on your theme.
Thanks,
on your
Rand.
vacation. Bye.
Bye.
See you, man.
We're gonna roll this out until
See
somebody
you
pitches
in
in the fucking stream. Later, bitches.
All right, I gotta switch to 7 cam.
Roll our faces around. Make sure like my face is like in a good position.
It's not pretty. I switched to the 7. It's not.
Fucking
good.
roll it up, bro. Roll
Take
it up.
care,
I'll
Ray.
fix it. Oh, that's because
Dude, I
the
do
thing
not
isn't on
suck your dick for putting fucking DC in a
You don't
prime.
have to pay for that, Dirk. You know it's free.
Whoa.
Just saying.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
No, it doesnn't.
Anyway,
It's a good
Jay,
place.
are you talking about Wainwright, Alaska?
Yeah. Alaska,
yeah, I'm not.
bro.
I'm not going there.
No, he's going to Wainwright, Canada, which is just outside.
Yeah, there's a different Wainwright.
Just outside
man.
I
Toronto,
thought, see,
they
here
have a
was me
Starbucks.
thinking that you were gonna go to America and have the professionals show you how to army.
Why would we ever do that?
Because it's
I
called
know.
Wainwright.
Wait, wait. Okay, so
Anyway.
where
Well
is
done, Dirk.
Wainwright?
Yeah, well played. That was a good one.
It's in it's in Fairbanks.
It's not
okay.
fucking Wayne
I
wrong.
lived in Alaska. I lived on it was the Air Force base. It wasn't an Army base, but up in Anchorage, Elmendorf.
It's the same.
You mean down in Anchorage, right?
Well, yeah, down in Anchorage from.
And now it's
It's up
joint
in
base
Anchorage from here.
Elmendorf and
Isn't
something
Anchorage
else.
in the? Isn't
it's-
Anyway,
Anchorage in
Drayden.
Alaska?
Drayden, are you ready to resize things? Because like I'm
doing
actually.
it. Oh, you're leaving too.
Resize this, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, McLean.
What he
What
said.
do you do? What do you do?
Alright, well,
I would like my
But
penis to be resized.
Yeah, here I'll have a drink before I take off. One last shot.
What's
and
up,
then
You ready?
I'm
Are
gone.
you ready? What are you drinking? Hold the
Are
label.
you gone for good?
I'm gone for
got,
at
like,
least
Hold on,
8
you're
days,
gonna
man.
hold
You're
on,
gonna be out in the
beer up?
field, right?
You're gonna hold a beer up, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna literally hold a tea.
Well,
Have
I'm
fun
gonna-
out in the field, suck a dick for Skittles, motherfucker.
It's the Canadian.
They don't have
It's not
Skittles
as bad
in
as you
Canada,
think.
bro.
He's just going out for a rip. Just out for a rip, are you, bud?
Dude, you're gonna rip a fucking
Just
beer?
out for
Alright,
a
whatever.
rip. Fucking right.
It's a Molson Canadian. I got it.
I
You know
gotta
what mean?
fucking hold a can up, whatever.
Is that Molson Ice you got there, Dirk?
It's
Hey,
fucking
McLean.
Yingling Ice, whatever.
McLean,
Anyway,
tell me
I
your-
Do you
tell me
remember
your,
that
last
ice
drink,
meant
Bravo.
something?
I'll see you guys in like
Ice was
I don't know
the
3
shit. It
months.
was like an extra point
yeah,
for
Wait
it.
a minute. How
Later,
is
DC.
this man
Cheers,
still
man.
We'll
alive?
miss you, and we'll see you back when you get back.
Take care, man.
Yep. Take care.
All right, so we're switching to a
God bless.
6 cam.
Oh my god, I just heard that fucking like drunk Canadian fucking passed out and he's not coming back.
I get worried. About it.
All right, Randall. What,
My body
quick
doesn't
before
work.
everybody
My
jumps in.
mind is
All right, what do you do for
perfectly
the
fine.
army?
Oh, I was an 11 Bravo.
Oh,
So
what
I
do you
was
do
an
now?
infantryman. I'm
Yeah.
retired.
I was living Bravo.
Oh, okay.
10 Alpha was totally the shit.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Fucking Dirk.
Just
I love
wondering
how
what
retarded
the
you are,
actual
Dirk.
+1 plus letter like meant.
And I mean retard
Oh,
with
dude,
the
What is a
R,
10
Dirk.
Alpha?
Stream.
Hold on,
Fucking
I'm gonna
yes,
Google.
please.
I'm gonna Google what is a 10 Alpha.
10 Alpha doesn't
I
exist,
don't
I
even-
don't think.
I don't think it. Yeah, I
If
don't
10
think it's
Alpha is
MOS.
Delta Force, I'm gonna like kick you in the nuts next time.
That's
I see
not 10 Alpha. I'm
Why
pretty
would-
sure
why
Delta
would-
Force
why would
doesn't
a
have an
Delta Force
MOS.
called Alpha? That sounds dumb.
Oh, so Alpha. So wait a minute. So Delta Force officially exists now? Because back when I
No,
was
they
in,
don't.
you didn't
Hey,
talk
hey,
about it.
It
They don't
doesn't.
have an
Carter
MOS.
administration guy. No, it does not exist.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're talking to the
no,
fucking
that's
guy who's in the
ludicrous.
know here. Fucking
No,
Noisy's
he is
got
in
the
the know.
fucking hip
And
on,
you know what?
on all
A
the
guy
info.
like Noisy is going to get recruited back into the administration because you know what? We're going to war with Russia. Just so you people know.
Oh,
No,
fuck
we're
you.
not. That's ludicrous.
And the Cold
No,
War people.
Russia
the
is
fuck
our
you
new,
talking
is our
about?
new
We're
best
war with Russia.
friends. We're the
Russia
butt
would
buddies
get
with
crushed.
with
This is why you
new
should all
Daddy
watch
Putin.
Madam Secretary because this is the real stuff. They're not focused on all this fucking
This is
like
the
are you
real
wearing a
stuff,
headscarf
guys.
stuff.
Guys.
This is where everyone learns
Shit's
their
getting
political
real.
insights from drunk assholes who like
this
talking
is where
about
the
Yeah,
podcast
games
turns
on the
into like
internet.
real
I hate
world
to tell you this,
affairs.
but we would get rolled by the Russians because Obama let us run out of ammunition, so we don't have enough to shoot them all.
We don't have enough
That's
ammunition.
fucking ludicrous.
fuck
What the
off,
fuck are
I'm
you
not
even
even
talking
playing this
about?
game.
That's
Do you
the
know how
most
many people
Well,
it takes to shoot some
immature
guy with
statement
a
I've ever heard.
pitchfork?
Well, I mean, to be fair, our trigger pullers aren't getting the ammo out at the ranges that they need, so that is actually affecting our readiness.
Holy shit! A fucking 10 alpha. A 10 alpha is fucking crazy. Have you read this shit?
What's a 10 alpha?
It's a
A
moose
10 alpha
killer.
is like all of those. They are pitchfork fucking killers.
What the hell?
11 Bravos are like, if a dude has a gun, shoot him. 10 alphas have got a different fucking ROE.
Sometimes the ROE is if you see a guy, shoot him.
Well,
obviously it's a
now you're
military
saying you're a
age
10
now.
fucking alpha. You were saying before that you're an 11 Bravo.
It's called a loose ROE.
Just
You're
saying.
a fucking loose ROE. How about that?
I
You know what?
definitely am a loose
You're
ROE.
fucking online. We've
dirty
got
girl.
loose ROEs. Okay, if you want to shoot through the bubble, that's on
Jen?
you. However,
Jen,
if you want to say,
you missed it by one day, bro. Man Love Thursdays is on Thursdays. We're Friday now.
Whoa.
Look, let me tell you my
So
guide to
you got
succeeding in
6
life.
days.
why does Jintan look like the guy from that Keanu Reeves movie who's the son of the Russian overlord?
What?
What?
What? Which movie is
The
that?
fuck are you talking about?
No, he's talking about John Wick.
John Wick.
From
you're
the
talking
John
about
Wick
Theon
movie,
Greyjoy.
he looks like the fucking Theon Greyjoy version of a
Theon
Russian
Greyjoy
So,
is the Russian
what you're saying
spoiled
is-
bastard son.
Jintan has no
Hey.
penis, is what you're saying.
Hey, Jin.
Well, we know he
looks
has no
better
penis
on that,
because his
on
penis
that,
is
on
made
that.
of Orum less than 1,000.
Jin still looks better than that one picture that was taken of him passed out on the stairs leading up to the second level of the Harper Center.
Oh my
I was.
god. See, I'm
was I
missing out.
passed out?
Wait, Jintan, are you
There's a
coming to
video of
Vegas,
that on
man?
the internet, actually.
Jintan?
There's a video of me actually vomiting all over the stairs. at the Harper.
Oh,
Every
Jintan,
time
you coming to
somebody
Vegas?
brings up, I've been to Eat Vegas, all I think about is fucking Xander Fina.
Wait, no, wait.
Mrs. McClane.
And it
That's
makes
an
me,
answer.
and it
Hold
makes
on,
me
I-
mad. It
hold
makes me mad.
We had
I'm
a-
not going this. I'm not going this year, but I'm going to go next year because I'll finally
What
be
if
21.
we do
Because
like a- what if we
Vegas,
do like a
Jen, just
GoFundMe
all
to
you have
get
to say
Jintan
for the
to
next
Vegas?
6 months is
No, you
fucking
have to
would
get
not
Vegas.
go to-
you have to get
Can you
Jin
imagine?
old enough
Alright,
to go to Vegas.
motherfucker, I'm not 21. If I go to Vegas,
Dude,
and I'm
I
not
would
21,
literally
I
fucking suck
sit
your
You're
dick
not
to my
21?
fucking room.
Okay,
Just
here-
fucking
Jintan,
come up.
Jintan,
Ew.
here's the great thing about America. Other people that are
Whatever
21
has to
can
get
buy
people in.
bottles of alcohol, and there's things called flasks in Vegas, and I carry them all the time. And so you
He
can have
totally
alcohol
carries a mouth
while
on his
buying.
fucking bottle.
You buy a
Never
Pepsi-
accept any strange items from
You buy
Drayden,
a- well,
especially
True,
in
true, true,
Vegas.
true.
Well, no, it's okay for me. I'm
More
totally safe.
especially in Vegas.
No,
Thank you.
From me, it's safe. You can buy a Pepsi, and I will fill
He
it with
says,
rum.
"For me, it's safe." The man who's not allowed to make adult
All right, look.
decisions.
Well, this is not a
We've only got
underage
29
but-
minutes. We've only got 29 minutes to bring this shit
Tw-
back
How many
around to
minutes,
sane.
Dirk? Tell me how many minutes.
29
Dirk,
minutes
Dirk.
from my Afghan brother.
Derp, derp.
He can count. He can count.
I just wanted to hear him stumble over the word 29.
What I want right now. Look,
Tell me what
Is
you
a
want.
hug.
What you really, really want.
Oh, I'll tell you what you
what I
want.
want, what I really, really want
Zigga,
is
zigga.
for
I
McLean's
wanna-
wife
I wanna-
to sit
I
there and go,
wanna-
you know what, look,
I wanna
Freckles
really, really
matter.
wanna see
I want her to
Flex
make a
that.
hashtag Freckles matter.
Freckles matter?
I have
They
more
do.
freckles than you.
You sure
Freckles don't matter.
better?
We all know this, right?
I
We
got
know
freckles.
that freckles don't matter.
I got
However, McLean's like, my wife
too
will beat
late.
your ass.
I got freckles.
It's too late, Dirk.
I have freckles, but they get
No,
like,
it's not
way
too late,
darker
baby.
in the
Look,
summertime.
you know, next year during the 10th
You know what
season,
she
we're gonna have
said?
a good
You know what
time.
she said? She's gonna get savage at Eve Northeast. Bow, bow, Dirk. She's gonna
she's
get
gonna
Her
raise
and I
gangster
are
up
not
in that
having a
bitch.
fucking pugilistic stick
Show 'em the
contest.
guns.
Fight you,
'cause I
bro.
know
Show 'em
she'll
the
get
guns.
mean.
I'm gonna be there.
No,
to
it won't
fight
be
you for your
fair.
comments.
You won't see it coming.
I
Like a
know,
fucking
that's,
ninja.
that's the bitch. I'm not gonna do that.
And I'm right here, then I'll gang up with you, with her against you. So there.
There we go, Joseph.
You,
We
Irish
fucking
guy, Irish
tag team
motherfucker
you.
coming in
Did you
late
say
at night.
yaw, Irish, like German?
There's a
Shut
right
up.
now, there's a
Mine is
connection
the
between
Irish,
Ya Jamaican and Ya Irish.
I'm not sure there is.
Dude,
Joseph,
I think
Dirk
that-
has a problem with redheads and
freckles.
Oh, he's getting fucking ruined.
I like redheads.
Fight him.
That's it, Dirk. You're
I
getting
think there's a
fucking
reason they don't
bone
let,
zoned at
Dirk
fucking
I mean,
Northeast.
honestly, do we not believe that the fucking Jamaicans have something in relation to the Irish?
What?
Were the Jamaicans not the first to pay out Ireland before even Ireland was?
Like, have you seen how white people are in Ireland and how they would like ignite?
Could you
in the
imagine
sun?
if there were a bunch of fucking Jamaicans in Ireland back during
There's
the
a
fight?
reason. There's a reason why we can't live in certain states.
Yeah.
Is anyone
I'm just
concerned
saying.
about law?
I think the Jamaicans
We would
actually
ignite.
came earlier. Jamaicans were like, "Fuck this shit." Ireland
get
was
so-
like, in a little while.
We get so little sunshine in Ireland that the government officially recommends vitamin D tablets to stay alive. Like, not even joking.
Wow.
Like,
To be fair,
seriously, like,
that is
yeah,
most
like,
of England, because if you
Yeah.
look up at the sky in England and it's not grey, you're in a lucky day.
like, they,
Don't
But if you were an
smile
Irish
upon
guy
you.
and you said to the Queen, "Say it to my face," what do you think would have happened?
She'd have fucking
You see,
cut off your head.
The
and
queen
transported you.
would come and take a part of your fucking country and keep it for the rest of days.
that's
You
hey,
ended
no,
up
no,
with
no, let's not go
Northern
there. Let's not go
Reykjavik
I
there.
think you mean
land.
that's the
Oh,
other way
shit, Ross,
around,
another one.
fam. You took
Oh,
part of
another
our
one's
country
down.
and made it yourselves.
We
Oh my god, see, and for those people out there that think I'm just fucking retarded, I just try and play things 3 cards like further. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like,
Drake.
I know
Are you
where
trying
it
to
could
say
go,
they're any
but I
higher
want
Dirk,
it.
we don't think you're retarded. We know you're retarded.
Yeah, it's
Dirk,
exactly.
we just think that you
Exactly.
have
I am like
a
the max
unhealthy love of
popsicle.
popsicles.
No,
You're
here's
a
how it is,
joke.
Dirk. I love you, man, and I really appreciate you.
You say
in
that
an
with your weight
inebriated
there.
state.
I love
but
you,
you know
man.
what?
I love you.
I know the love we've had, McLean.
My wife,
Your
has,
wife wouldn't
my wife has
understand
heard much worse stories about like Afghanistan. So, like,
Holy
man
shit.
loves. It
Jim
happens.
McLean, you know what? This whole night, I've been using just a general text overlay for your name, and I forgot that Skeptic Nerd
It's a
Guy
fancy
made a
one.
whole nameplate for you specifically.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
It's pretty dope too.
And so
Because
you get
Skeptic's
it now,
my fucking homeboy.
but you haven't had it the whole night. You've had just Trajan 3 Pro text Jay McLean.
Fucking amateur.
I gotta be
Hey.
straight up. You know, look.
Grunts don't get the highlights.
Less than 2 years ago, I was a fucking dick in this fucking game.
You still
I was a
are, mate.
fucking dick
Wait,
in
less
the
than 3
fucking,
years?
like, podcast universe and shit like that. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you know what it was like, Drayden. And all of a sudden, I'm getting back into that Dirk thinks he has enough fucking chutzpah.
Is that a Jewish
Chutzpah.
term?
What's
Well, it
up,
was a
Spud?
Jewish term that, like, I'm not, like, throwing out there in any kind of, like, fucking movie or whatever. But, you know what? This is what I want. I want fucking conversation like this right now. Not like me holding a fucking bottle up, getting ready to take a fucking shot out of the fucking spigot.
Do you have
I
a
want
pour spout
conversation
on
like
that?
this.
Do you have a pour spout on that?
Fuck yeah, I got a fucking pour spout. Otherwise, I'd be like fucking drenching my goddamn keyboard and
Bunch of
Tito's.
fucking amateurs, dude.
Can't even
They're
drink
a
a
bunch
bottle
of
of
fucking
whiskey.
amateurs.
Dirk, how about you want to finish the bottle?
It's very disappointing, Dirk.
You know,
Dirk left the channel, lol.
no, he didn't. He's right there.
Let us all down.
Dirk, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm very
He's got-
disappointed.
And he's not.
Oh,
he's pressing the wrong button again. he's reached optimal maximum over Dirk, and he's pressing the wrong fucking buttons.
Nobody tell him.
Hi, I'm Dirk.
Just everybody
I like to
start
drink
nodding.
my Cheetos out of this fucking spout because I'm a girl. Watch me drink this Cheetos. I'm gonna press the wrong button because I'm too inebriated to talk. And I'm probably slurring every single word that's coming out.
Nobody can hear you, Dirk.
Just keep nodding.
Oh, he's
like a
going
kid.
for it.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
going
yeah.
for
And
it.
see, now he's elaborating on the mysteries of the universe and how we all got here in this space game. And you guys are really missing out on a genuine piece
I
of
love you,
genius.
man.
We came through the Eve gate.
How long
Well
before
done,
he
Joseph.
realizes it? You think another 5
Man,
minutes?
I
or
don't
so?
even know.
He might
Like,
just
is he
pass
even
out.
hearing us?
He's on a monologue, man. He's on a monologue.
He's actually hasn't stopped talking for
Yeah,
like
exactly,
2
man.
minutes.
This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome.
No, he's checking. He's checking.
Yeah, he's gonna go back in. I think
Is he actually disconnected? He's not in the channel.
he's not in the channel. Yeah.
He's actually in another channel talking to himself.
Wait, who is? Oh,
Dirk.
Ah!
Dirk, where'd he go?
Oh,
he's
shit.
gone. We lost.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm
Dirk,
back.
What
what's up,
happened?
man?
Oh.
Missed you.
I don't know. I
Hey,
killed my
we were
fucking.
just talking
I
about
killed
you.
my Skype and it fucking worked back again.
You've just been on a
I felt
2-minute
that was
monologue.
actually one of my better rants, was it not?
I was
Yeah, no,
talking
we
for
totally
you.
liked
It was
we all,
stunning.
we all
that
got
was Mike
that.
Azariah's Gremlins that did that.
Mike Azariah fucking like shot on my face. It was like so bad.
Whoa.
Wow.
Fucking Mike
Phrasing?
Azariah shot a load in your face?
Well,
What?
Mike
That's what I
Azariah has
heard.
got a cock like Canada's size. I mean,
I've
Canada's
seen
a
it.
big
I've seen it.
country.
Brayden, I don't think you should be so fast to jump in to Dirk's.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
like,
I get. Hold on.
Dream
I've
I've
seen
seen
it.
like, fuck yeah, I've seen it.
So
on
bad.
Dirk's
I'm taking. I
face.
probably shouldn't say this stuff with my dick in my hand, but
oh, Drayden.
Now we know why his webcam is off.
So bad.
Oh,
so
Drayden.
bad.
He's jerking it. Like, this is just.
I
That's
cannot
it, I'm
find my
done.
Copenhagen. Where
This
the
is
fuck
next level, Drayden.
This show is all
Shots.
about next level, is it not? Are we doing shots again? Fuck! I swear to
Yeah,
God,
shots.
I gotta be
It's a
honest.
wireless mic.
I want to do the cinnamon and whiskey stuff.
Are you
Then
still
just
on
do it,
that
man.
like fireball
They call it
stuff?
Fireball. I need a palate clean.
I ran out of Irish whiskey, so I had to switch to Crown Royal. I'm very disappointed
Crown
in
Royal?
myself.
Oh, the
Oh,
fucking
wow.
teeth to the crown.
This is like
Canada's a fucking. Oh,
poor whiskey.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What the fuck is your
How do you
pancake,
run out
right?
of Irish whiskey in Ireland? My
Yeah.
man,
I gotta
we
be
need to
honest.
start
I'm doing a
talking
dead teen
logistics.
shot, which is
How did
totally
we run
like
out
a
of
fucking,
potatoes in
toothpaste
Ireland?
of the
Potato famines.
yesteryear.
Valid fucking point.
Jeez.
Wow, the first shot of that is fucking hard. I gotta be honest.
Jindan
All
just
that
looks like
fucking
he's about to die.
cinnamon going down like
Boy, cinnamon. What the
Oh,
hell?
don't worry. I've been dead
cinnamon
inside
into
for
the
a
lung
long,
is
long time.
hard.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
harsh,
God.
man. You don't put cinnamon in a drink.
I'm gonna see if
Go
I have any
fire.
fireball, and I'll take a shot in solidarity with Dirk's misery.
You don't drink cinnamon, you snort it. Everyone
holy
knows
shit!
that.
I'm just reading the chat now. Someone put, like Jin Tan quote. Did someone talk about cock?
Don't inhale fucking fireball. I'm
How
just
is
trying to
Fireball-
school
Fireball's
people.
like the easiest thing to
Eve,
drink other than
Eve
Jaeger.
101, don't inhale fireball.
Well, you don't breathe alcohol, Dirk. Well, you do.
No, well,
You drink it,
You're
man.
a fucking
don't like
dragon.
try and like freaking like chime in, talk, and whatever like while doing. No. Anyways, okay. Plex. What should we name that? I mean,
What?
like honestly.
No.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
No,
not
this is-
that.
no, I'm all
Sorry,
for it, like,
I feel bad.
I
feel
love
bad.
naming shit. I love it.
We just call
So
it like.
we don't have fireball. But we got this Tennessee Fire, and I'm pretty sure.
Why
it's
is all of whiskey
cinnamon.
in like
It's the same
cube
motherfucking
bottles?
thing, bro. It is
No,
literally
no,
the
no.
same fucking thing.
All the Irish whiskey's in round bottles.
Well, that's because
Oh,
we
yeah.
know how to do stuff.
Oh.
Over here in America, we put all of our whiskeys in like square
See,
bottles.
now I
like
feel like we
Jim
should
Beam.
have Xander Fina.
Here you go,
right
Dirk.
now.
Jim Beam, Jack Daniels,
No, that
like
wouldn't turn out
fucking
very well.
Maker's Mark. They're all square.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't.
Because
I don't
it's
dig
fucking
it.
America.
I don't trust.
It's
square
America,
Packaging.
bottles.
bro. We have the capability, the technology to make
Probably.
square bottles.
Probably packaging
okay,
or some shit like
I
that.
lie. I don't.
We
trust
have
square
square
bottles
bottles in
unless
order
they're
to
from
fit
Germany
more
because
in.
Jaeger is amazing.
Right, Jaeger, it is
All right.
amazing.
I like Jaeger, and that's a square bottle. But other than that, I don't trust square bottles.
We have the ability in America to make
Shots.
square bottles. Hey, look, we can round
I
the
know.
90-degree curve way easier than people over there that I want to leave Great Britain.
think this is a good time to start a conversation about metric system versus imperial system.
How about Brexit system?
Who the
hold
fuck
on,
is
hold
the
on.
Irishman here?
Here's the thing. Okay, that's a good topic.
Wait, do you want to know who I am?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because,
You know what?
like, what the fuck
I
is this
want you
coming
to
from?
totally fucking
So-
pull a. Do you know who I am, bro?
You know,
Yeah,
no,
this
no.
random
If
guy
he-
is
if
like,
he-
who are you?
Yeah, like legitimately, if he's wondering why I'm here, I've met a bunch of the guys at like various Eve meets over the years, and I actually run Eve Dublin as well, and he just tweeted at me today to come on and say hi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just
And
in case
that
you
is
wondering who
what's
the
so
fuck
cool
I am.
about
like.
this fucking Irish leprechaun
He
guy.
said, that's
that
who
we
the
have here
fuck I
tonight.
am.
I've been drinking
Hold
with these
on.
guys
Is
at
that
like 5
no
different
fucking
Eve meets.
American goes on their show. However,
Fuck off.
this goddamn leprechaun comes on this bullshit and nobody cares about his show.
I just wanted to drink and like say funny memes and whatnot.
Well, hey, this is the show for it. Now, when you're saying about metric, though, as an American, the standard or imperial measurement system is fucking retarded.
We had
It's
someone
fucking
leave our
retarded.
corp.
Well, it's-
The
hold
metric
on.
We had
system is
someone
so
leave our
smart.
corp because of this conversation.
Yeah,
Can
but
I
hold
stop
on,
you
let
there?
me
It's
finish.
not
The metric
actually the
system is so
imperial system.
smart and it's so easy, yet because Americans are so holy shit, Dirk is dying. Because Americans are so
don't die, Dirk.
ingrained with the standard metric or the standard
I
measurement
totally
system.
did the first fucking
It's
Eve
like
Online
I
double
understand the
shot.
metric system is smarter,
Oh,
but
two
I'm
in the
so
mouth,
used
Riker.
to the standard or the
Yeah,
imperial
I am.
measurement system. That
Pterodactyling
it's like I understand what a gallon is.
I'm
I
not
know
sure
what a
which
liter
bitch
is.
I hate worse.
Wait, hold on, Dirk. Gallon makes sense to me. I understand what a liter is, and I understand a liter is smarter when it comes to liters, milliliters, and all that stuff. But it's like it's not something that we use on a daily basis, so I'm just not used to like, you know.
Yeah, it took us like years to switch from like miles to kilometers. Like same thing.
Right.
We had this conversation as a joke about 2 years ago on comms in our group because there's a big European-US divide. And like not divide, but like there's a big kind of member base of both. And actually, one of the US guys like didn't hear the conversation, and it came on and screamed at us for 5 minutes solid about how dare you insult his America, like screaming every profanity in the world.
America!
And then, no, seriously, he rage quit the corp and took out like dreadnoughts out of the wormhole and like fucking rage evacuated.
How do you see dreadnoughts out of a wormhole?
Oh, we had a couple
now
of
we're back
low
into
sex.
Eve. Now we're back into Eve about mass capacity.
Yeah, mass capacity wormhole.
Well,
but no, see, he only heard like a corner of the conversation. I went like, "You can't talk shit about my America. I'm the best American metric or imperial system. Fuck you!" and left corp.
Yeah,
and we're like,
oh,
"What?"
wow. You left the
We
corp
had
because you
That
were
was the
metric.
turn she's gonna die.
We had a
It was
revolution
amazing.
to overthrow the king, and what happens? We still use this measurement system.
Did he
Who knew
know that
Donald
Eve
Trump played
uses
Eve? I didn't
meters
know.
squared as a
I
measurement?
know,
system
Oh my
yeah.
God,
for
Donald Trump
volume?
won Eve.
If anyone wants to know that his character name is James Holdfast.
It's gonna be huge.
Oh, flame that guy!
James
Flame him now.
Holdfast.
But here's the thing: it's like so, like yeah, you guys had to switch to like, miles to kilometers. Like
drinking bitches.
for the American country to switch to metric, it's not just it's not just like feet to meters, or inches to centimeters and miles to
Have you ever
kilometers.
seen an Irish
It's like
guy's
we have to
foot?
switch from gallons
It's
to
short.
liters, ounces to milliliters. We have to switch from inches to centimeters and all that stuff. We have to switch from fucking kilograms and grams to pounds and ounces.
Drayden.
No,
Or back
Drayden.
vice versa.
Drayden,
We-
yeah,
like,
but we-
every
we
like
switched
our,
from
that
hold
with
on, our
the
entire
Irish.
measurement system is out of fucking whack, and none of the numbers make sense. Whereas metric system is like it's all 10 base, which makes sense. It's so easy.
None of that has to do
Yeah,
with the Irish.
but
Drayden.
you forget the
Drayden,
most
Drayden,
important
you're
thing
talking
about metrics
Gert.
about the system.
Gert, vote for Gert yesterday.
Yeah, the most important thing about the system is that our grandmother's special recipes rely on the imperial system, and if you go to metric, it'll
Which you
just
can
ruin them all.
convert.
Ooh, that's a good point, Noisy.
We are not going to deal with imperial.
I don't know that we can-
It's
Imperial.
not the same.
We can't
because you're
lose
gonna
the
need a little bit of
conversion
offset.
of
What do you guys
Unit
not
at
the
that
same?
point.
You get an exact measurement. It's like, okay, it's 8 ounces. You take 8
No,
ounces, find out how many
imperial to
grams
the
that is. That's the
metric
exact
system is
same amount of
ridiculous.
shit. It's just a
Yeah,
different
but then
number.
you're going
You
from
can't
also
sell that in
Fahrenheit
Chicago,
to,
and that is
to
what
Celsius,
that is what
and that's
Noisy
Celsius
is trying
is
to
so much
escape.
smarter. I actually use Celsius whenever I can.
Celsius is better.
I use
It's
Celsius
0 to
because my
100.
computer uses
Freezing
Celsius.
and boiling, 0 to 100. It's so much easier.
I want
But
to use
I
the
think the
theory
best
that,
argument
like,
for-
if I walk outside of my space station out in the fucking Antarctica, am I gonna fucking freeze or no?
I think the argument for metric system is basically proven by only America and some shithole uses imperial. Like everybody else uses
Like
metric.
Chile?
Hold on, guys.
Well, hold on. I understand
first-
the reason why they don't switch in America because here's the thing.
Hey,
it's
hold
not
on for a sec, Drayden.
Military is switched though.
Well,
Drayden's in Idaho. He's literally in the
No,
fucking
military
upper
uses
But
echelon
hold on.
of the
I know why they
altitude
don't
of
switch
nowhere.
in America. It's not because
Hey, hold on
they
for 1 fucking second so Otto can say something. Just one.
Okay.
It's not that
because
long.
Otto has fucking PhDs, bro.
Okay.
Alright, so some interesting facts of all the bullshit that you got wrong on that massive rant. The American measurement system isn't imperial; it's called American Standard. Because
fuck off! I thought you were leaving and you wanted to say goodbye, and you had me stop everybody just so you could fucking get a word in edgewise. Fuck off, Otto! If you can't get a word in edgewise, you don't fucking deserve it.
I was saying standard or imperial, whichever it is. So I was kind of half right.
Alright, secondly,
Wait a minute, wasn't
most
Otto
of
in
Alright, so when the
PL?
Australians
Wait,
hit
hold
the
on.
beach
Let him
out
go.
at the
Dirk,
time
wait.
that mattered.
Dirk, let him finish.
Secondly, most of your shit anyway is done in like meters, millimeters, and shit because
spaceships.
Yeah, pretty much like if you're America and you're like, oh yeah, like we're gonna program this fucking
Milliliters.
$1 billion fucking space probe to go to Mars, and then like a week before it gets to Mars, you shit your pants because the fucking dudes who programmed like the guidance system used the fucking normal system that the rest of the world uses, and you guys were fuckwits and programmed it in fucking feet and shit.
Where are you
Oh,
from?
fuck off, Otto!
How many feet away is
all
Mars?
Of you,
You
sensible-
Dino Island motherfucker!
Hey, buddy.
all of you people who are like railing on fucking Otto. When was the last time that you like actually landed a ship on Mars, or the moon?
Or the moon?
Jimmy Clean is
That's right, America, motherfucker!
We own the moon, yes.
Yeah, no, you totally the moon, man. You keep telling yourself that one, but like, at least like we don't have to write like our fucking country name on the side of our ship, so then when we lose it in the lost property box, we know which one is ours.
We write our name on the fucking moon, motherfucker! Moon!
But hold on.
Science, man.
Hey Otto, what language do you
That's
speak?
awesome, Otto.
Otto, do you speak German? You're
No,
welcome.
I speak Drunken Australian, man. It's totally cool.
Drunken Australian is
America.
fucking
German.
Best
Oh,
language.
you're forgetting the best thing. America back-to-back World War champions.
But hold on. Let me say my thing.
Fuck yeah, America.
Here's why America
Hey,
changed
there's gotta
to
be
the
somebody out there that needs some
Two-time
good killing,
world
and America
champion.
can get it done.
Here's
Just
why
the
the
rings,
American
bitches.
system, America won't switch to the metric system so easily. It is not because, well, it is partially because we're so used to the American standard or imperial, whatever you want to call it. It is also a cost factor. Imagine how much fucking money it was going to cost to take all those milestone or mile markers out of the roads and put in kilometer
actually
markers.
Calculate that out based
Hold
on the number of welfare patients who are like willing to move rocks from one point to another.
Isn't that in the Trump Care plan? If you're willing to move
It
rocks,
is.
they'll give you
It
health
is.
care.
If you can raise your
Right.
back in the Trump Care plan, it's to move a
Isn't that
mile
part
marker.
of the infrastructure plan?
You have to have all these companies switch from like, oh, we list this in fluid ounces and the product labels on like food stuffs. They have to switch to milliliters or liters or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a massive conversion of the entire economy as well as just the entire and the education system. You have
It's
to
not
switch
that
all the
big of a
textbooks.
deal, man.
No longer are you teaching
Soon as
ounces
you
and
say
pounds
shout out
and like
because
miles.
Rain-
You're teaching kilometers and grams and all that stuff. So it's like it's a massive financial investment, and they are not.
No, you're talking about this like it's like you're teaching people a foreign language. You're not.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not
It's
saying you guys don't.
It's not. It's not that big of a fucking deal. I lived in Europe for fucking 5 years. It's.
I'm
you
not
just
saying
do
you
it.
guys don't understand this. I'm just saying that is
It's
probably
the
the main reason
biggest
why it's
deal.
money. Money is the main reason
Don't
why.
yes, Banyo.
American exceptionalism.
Jaden, no, see, like, what the thing is that, like, 9 out of 10, like, textbooks, for example, all use the metric system, so you don't have to, like, write new textbooks.
Not in America. I can tell you right now, not in
No.
America.
Can we buy them?
Not in Chicago. When you get to college, they're mostly in metric. But I'm telling you right now, when I was in high school,
do we
it
not
was
know
all
that the
in
moon
fucking
hovers
American
over
Standard
there?
measurements.
Is there a
I can
certain
tell you right now, it
inferiority
was.
to
I
Irish
felt
textbooks
dumb because
that
I was
I'm not
learning
aware of?
an out-of-date metric or measurement system.
But the moon, by the metric system,
Mars.
it hovers over Manhattan.
Yeah,
Dirk, we just had
That's
a
why
great
it's
suggestion in Twitch chat.
Go, give it to me.
Altaholic says Dirk does Shakespeare drunk.
There you go.
You should do it.
Oh my God.
Cry havoc and let loose the dogs of war.
Hamlet.
Fucking get it done, bro. Eve Northeast, we're having Dirk read passages of Shakespeare on video.
On this show.
Oh yeah,
Dramatic drunk
everything on this
readings.
show.
I've already
So-
gotten a new erotic fanfiction for Eve Northeast as well.
Ah, nice.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to get that on video, bro.
Is the
Everything's going on
fanfiction
video
like,
this year.
PG-13?
I'm getting my phone all set up for the
Oh my
video
God,
capture stuff.
This year is gonna
One
be
of the
so
guys in our
outstanding.
car-
And for all of you people that missed the fucking lowball fucking tickets they had, it's gonna be so fucking grand this year.
Ricks, it's in Pennsylvania, bud.
Yeah, I know.
Just
I
fucking
know.
go corner to corner on Pennsylvania, Ricks. Come on, bro. Just fucking roll your ass up there.
Roll
It's
it
gonna
all
be
the way.
outstanding. We're a multi-day fucking party fest. That's all that matters. It's not one day we're like, shit, should I drive out there? Should I burn some Marriott miles and hang out downtown?
What
No,
the fuck?
this is
Bam
the fucking
Stroker's in
real
chat.
deal.
Bam Stroker.
Fucking Bam Stroker and his Australian ass.
Oh. That's when you know you've been up too long. Oh,
He is.
I-
He is.
I-
If I had
I-
a fucking,
kiss
if I
Bam
had to
Stroker.
have a fucking beard that chafed my thighs, it was Bam.
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
I've danced with
That's
him.
sad.
Cody,
Cool guy.
I can
got the
send you
video
out there
to
as a
prove it.
gift.
If we're
It's
talking
real.
about Eve meets, I want to complain about.
No,
about
I
the
want to
Eve
know
meet
what
in
fucking
Milwaukee.
Bam Stroker. No, I want to know what fucking Bam Stroker just said. Go, Drayden.
Oh,
You're
he
apparently
said,
the
I
sober
need you
mind
inside
among
me.
us.
He said metric
What?
wins because
said,
centimeters
I
are
need you
smaller
inside me.
inches, and when you're
And
talking
then
about
you
your
talked
penis,
about
you can use
socks
bigger
getting
numbers.
lost or something.
You know what I hate? You know what I hate is that in my room at E Vegas, okay, when I had fucking barbecue all over my fingers, all over my chest, all over my mouth, okay, fucking Jay McClain was afraid to walk up to the bed. Fucking Bam Stroker from Australia, he's like, fuck
I was
this shit.
on the bed.
There's no spiders. I'll be there.
Dirk, can you answer a question for me that Bam would never answer for me? What happened with Bam Stroker, Logibro, a hotel room, and a bed?
Logibro took my socks off. Bam Stroker snuggled
Bam
against
Stroker
me.
stroked
And
him off.
fucking,
Check team
and
speak.
fucking Drayden
I
and
filmed the whole
McLean
thing.
stood off to the side, and we're like, that's funny, but we won't fucking actually get
Drayden,
snuggle with it.
I just put the link to the GIF in TeamSpeak. Put that
Oh,
in Twitch chat.
yeah.
People from Australia will actually get down to business. Those two motherfuckers, you know what? You guys don't even fucking rank. I mean, honestly,
How
you
dare
didn't even
you,
give
Dirk?
a fucking fast
You
grab.
shut your fucking drunk whore mouth.
I was
You and
filming
your
the thing. What do you want me
fucking
to
I
do?
was there. I was there. I know what
I
happened.
can't
We
do
know
a
you were
I
there.
can't do a POV soon. Or shot. I mean, I gotta film other people doing the action.
But Logi
Here's
Bro,
hold on.
Bam Stroker,
Shots
those
for
guys dove the
shots for
motherfucker
CCP
in.
Logi, bro.
Because they, hold on. And people sit there and they talk about how fucking England is our fucking battle bro and shit. Australia is our battle bro.
That's very
Yeah, see,
true, actually.
See, not
We're
only
battle
do we
buddies with
ride
Australia.
to war with
Battle
you,
buddies.
but, at the end of it, man, we'll
Battle
take your pants off.
buddies! Shot.
All right, guys, peace out.
Shut-
Ricks has got to go, so stay frosty. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we
it.
gotta call it.
Save to my
Later,
face,
bud.
Rex. Save to my face,
Yeah, bye.
Rex.
Yeah,
Cheers.
No, later. We gotta call it.
And you know what?
Cheers.
And you know what, Rex? Northeast. Say it to my fucking face.
I'm
Eve
gonna try.
I'm fucking daring you down.
Do it.
I will travel across the fucking northwest corner down to the northeast to come out to your fucking hamburger making shit. Okay, I'm telling you right now.
Hamburger making shit.
All right,
Pennsylvania's a
Try.
long state, bitches. It's not it's not Tennessee, but
it's boring as shit in the middle part.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
If you go vertical, Idaho's longer.
What we have at Eve Northeast is a multi-day meetup, bro. A multi-day.
I hear you.
It's not like 6 hours out of your life, like burn some Marriott points.
If you take it vertical.